Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up.
Yes!
He made it.
Yes! Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my stat.
First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss. He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer.
Wow.
It's good.
Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A combined 25 state championship appearances, 13 combined titles between the Arrowhead Warhawks and the Waunakee Warriors, but tonight they meet for the first time ever on the gridiron with a chance to go back to Camp Randall. Two of the most historic football programs in the state of Wisconsin meeting tonight in a state semifinal battle for Division I. Welcome to Madison Memorial High School. I'm Hunter Vaughn. Here with me, the man, the myth, the legend, the dean of area high school sports, Dennis Semrau. Dennis, I'm just going to start off. Are you excited for tonight? Are you as excited as I am for tonight?
We've been waiting since we left Cops in Brookfield last Friday night.
Yeah.
We were talking about it all the way home. This is the game we had to have. And we got it. Yes.
And honestly, I was talking about this game the second that the bracket was released, and we saw the potential matchup between Arrowhead and Waunakee in a state semifinal game. This is exactly what you asked for. And Waunakee, as a program, they started out all the way down into Division III. They won 2 state titles down there. They made the jump up to Division II as their enrollment grew. They were in Division II, won a bunch more titles. Now they're up into Division I with their enrollment. It doesn't even matter about the performance factor for them anymore. They're a Division I school, and they take on the Arrowhead Warhawks tonight, a chance to go to the state championship game here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda has been a part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations, one on Fish Hatchery Road and the other on Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? At Zimbrick Honda, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for how much, Dennis?
$1.
That's right, just $1. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. Dennis, I mentioned here at the beginning the history that these two programs bring in with them, but these are all new teams, all new players looking to get to Camp Randall for a state title next Friday night. Who are some of the guys that we need to watch out for? Let's start with the technical road team this evening. The Waunakee Warriors made the shorter trip over here, but they are the road team wearing their white uniforms this evening.
Well, first of all, it all starts, I think, with McCoy Smith. 5'10", 200-pound senior. He accepted a preferred walk-on to Wisconsin as a fullback. Now, he's been a stud on defense, defensive tackle. He is the 2-time Badger Large Defensive Lineman of the Year, 3-time All-Conference first team. Boy, last year he had, I think it was 27 tackles for loss. He's got 38 this year. The guy's a beast. So what happens come playoff time? Well, Wisconsin recruited him as a fullback. So let's put him in the backfield. Let's see what he can do. I think he's had a pretty good time. He is 136 yards, 8.5 average, 5 touchdowns. He's got a 43-yard touchdown catch.
And that's all in the postseason.
All in the postseason. And what's pretty cool about it is when he found out Wisconsin was interested in him as a fullback, he had no experience in the backfield. So back in the summertime, he calls up the coaches and Coach Graverson calls Coach Pat Rice and says, we got to get this guy ready. So they go out there, they go working on him with his form and what to do. And then he's got to come out and he's got to hit a dummy. He's going to hit, make a block. And Pat Rice says, I'm 62. I'm not doing this. Coach, it's yours. So McCoy gets in his stance, comes out about 3/4 speed, knocks Chris basically on his butt. Sandals go flying, glasses go flying, everything. I think he can do it. Yeah. So now he's getting a chance. And what's pretty cool, all these years I've covered Waunakee, that was something Pat would always have.
Yep.
You have somebody that can play on both sides, but you try to save them for later because it's a long season. We're talking, 14 weeks besides the preseason. So he did this with Molly with a tight end a few years ago. All of a sudden he was the defensive end. People have no film on him. Well, nobody had film on this guy, and he's in the playoffs. And it might not be a Kingston Allen running for 1,000 yards in the playoffs, but the impact that McCoy's made in the backfield is even better. And then add to it that Colin Murphy, one of their running backs, got hurt last week. We might see McCoy a little bit more tonight.
We definitely might. Now on the other side, the home team, the Arrowhead Warhawks, traveling all the way over to Madison from the Milwaukee area. Dennis, who's a couple of guys to watch out for? And I almost want to say excluding a certain player, but
no, we got to talk about him. His number is 0. That's because you're going to get 0 if you go up against this guy. Brendan Foley, 6'1", 215-pound senior. He is the two-time. Okay, what did we talk about with McCoy? He's the two-time Classic 8 Defensive Player of the Year. Well, he has 106 tackles this year, 15 tackles for loss, 3 fumbles recovered with 2 touchdowns. He's also blocked 6 kicks. He's a beast.
Wow.
And he's an outstanding student. He's going to be going to Army. Okay. They'll be thanking him for his service. This is the kind of guy you want representing your country. And he can play anywhere. He can be an offense. Coach said no matter where I put him there, he's just got that high IQ, and he's that kind of a player. But he's not the only one. Harper Hughes, here's a guy we really got to watch for tonight, number 15, wide receiver. He's a Western Michigan commit. Had a great season a year ago, but he was hampered, got his knee dinged early, so they were kind of nursing it, waiting. Now that he's healthy, he was on the Arrowhead 4x2 relay team last spring that not only won Division I but set a state record.
Yep.
And he and another wide receiver, Hyman, which one is that? Ryan Hyman. Yeah, they both were on that relay. Also, they were on a 100 4x1 relay that won nationals this summer. So you talk about speed to burn. You got to pick your poison with this. And then Jacob Seiner has been a 3-year guy, just a program guy. He had some injuries, so in that time he kind of mentored Devin Nettles and Jabari Craig, and they've really come to the forefront. So, and then we started to talk about the quarterbacks, who are really parts too. So both teams have guys that are going to be either on the All-State team or should be.
Yes. Yeah, these teams littered with talent here tonight. The Arrowhead Warhawks at 11-1, their lone loss coming to one of the remaining 1 seeds in Division I in Muskego earlier in the season, a 4-point loss, 21-17. The Waunakee Warriors undefeated on the year, but that doesn't mean untested. They had an overtime victory in Level 1 against Chippewa Falls, and they had an overtime win in Week 3, their first game of conference play against Monona Grove, beating the Silver Eagles by just 1 point. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will hear from head coach Chris Graverson of the Waunakee Warriors and our Midwest Financial Group coach's profile coming up next, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. We're also brought to you by Reveal by Tacticam. It was created for hunters by hunters. This hunter didn't create it, though. They're the leader in cellular trail cameras. Check out the full lineup of cellular trail cameras and power management accessories at tacticam.com and see why thousands of hunters trust Reveal. That's TACTACAM.com. Our Midwest Financial Group coach's profile when we come back on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fitch-Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda CR-V EXL for as low as $385 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
Played like a pro but felt like an amateur? Twisted your ankle or jammed a finger under the Friday night lights? At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic has you covered. Skip the emergency room circus, dodge the waiting room sitcom, and get expert care from the pros who actually know sports injuries. Saturdays 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Walk into their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, your comeback starts here.
Hey, this is Hunter. Reveal by Tacticam was created for hunters by hunters. We're the leader in cellular trail cameras, and we're committed to making every hunt smarter, easier, and more rewarding, whether you're filling your freezer or taking a trophy buck. Head to Tacticam.com to check out the full lineup of cellular trail cameras and power management accessories, and see why thousands of hunters trust Reveal. That's TACTACAM.com.
Hear all 7 state championship games on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
Christian Collins, see you later!
Streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Mansfield Stadium on the campus of Bell Phillips Memorial High School for this neutral site state semifinal game between the Arrowhead Warhawks and the Waunakee Warriors. It's now time for our Midwest Financial Group Coaches Profile. The lineup at Midwest Financial Group consists of coaches for your financial world, organizing the players on your personal team. Behind every great team is a great coach. Let the Midwest Financial Group be yours for your financial planning needs. Head to mfgteam.com to get started today. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. Earlier this week, head coach of the Waunakee Warriors, Chris Graverson, joined the Dean and I on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania Weekly. Here is a portion of that interview. I wanted to start with this because, you know, your program at Waunakee, you guys have gone deep into the playoffs regularly here. Do you say anything to your players about how special this is? Because, you know, it isn't normal for programs to regularly play level 3, level 4, go to Camp Randall.
Yeah, I mean, we try to have them acknowledge but keeping in mind that we're playing another game and we've got a job to do, and it's kind of finding that balance of recognizing the special nature of the situation while trying to keep things in perspective. That it's another game, and it's the same things that we talk about every week, that we're going to do our job every play. We're going to do our job one play at a time. Forget the last one. Don't be thinking about the next one. All those things are how we try to scope it for our kids.
You talk about the legacy of programs now. These are 2 blue blood programs. I look back, Arrowhead's been to state finals 13 times and won 6 titles. Waunakee's been there 12 times and won 7 titles. You guys have never played each other. I talked to Coach Rice about that. Well, again, a lot of your titles were in 2 and 3, and they've been primarily in Division 1. So it was inevitable you guys were going to meet. What kind of excited about, again, the big dogs, getting to play the big dogs?
Yeah, it's always exciting to play someone new. There's probably quite a bit of excitement around the state just because of the names. But for us, we're trying to just focus on it as another game with a really good team, and they are going to pose some challenges to us, and we're going to have to play a good game, a clean game. Smart football. But I was talking to you, Dennis, earlier, and it's a lot of the same thing. You asked for the keys of the game, making sure we protect the ball. It's making sure we don't give up big plays, and it's making sure that we do really well on special teams. And I would assume that the similar message is being told over in Arrowhead. And I think that's probably a common message amongst a bunch of good teams. And I think that's really probably how they're here, and it's certainly how we believe that we've gotten here is just playing really sound football. So yeah, I'm sure there's excitement statewide with the name recognition, but yeah, we're trying to keep our minds focused on just playing them one play at a time.
One last one that I have for you. When it comes to your team, you joined Dennis and I on the Coaches Roundtable just at the beginning of the football season, and now we're here towards the tail end. And I wanted to know, what have you learned about this year's Waunakee team that maybe surprised you or you didn't expect to learn here at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think, specifically this senior group has a feeling that, in different regards they have been. And, I look at things like the all region thing, maybe feeling like they get a little bit overlooked, that, there's better things to look at for, people who are trying to rank us and rank our kids and whatnot in the area. And so I think there's a little bit of a chip on the shoulder from this group, which I thought was there, but what it manifests itself as with this group in games is they have a really unique ability to not flinch. They'll stare, being down at halftime, they'll stare it right in the eye, and it's not, weren't fazed by it against Chippewa Falls or when we were in a close one against Milton at the end of the year. They've been unshakable with situations, and that's a really great quality for a team to have, specifically when you get to this time of the year.
Well, Coach, thank you so much, and good luck against Arrowhead on Friday.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. Thanks for all your coverage of high school sports throughout the year.
Again, that was the head coach of the Waunakee Warriors, Chris Graverson, who joined us on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania Weekly. If you missed any of that interview, or if you're an Arrowhead fan, you want to go back and watch the head coach Matt Harris's appearance on the show, you can do that on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, or you can download the podcast of the show on the ESPN Wisconsin app or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search PrepMania. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, and we're also brought to you by the GRB Academy. If you're interested in getting individual or group lessons from some of the highest level of coaching for the baseball player in your life, GRB Academy offers individual and group lessons for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. We'll take another break. When we come back, the Dean will tell those of you who maybe don't know Matt Harris very well, the head coach of the Arrowhead Warhawks, a little bit more about the head coach of the Warhawks, as part 2 of our Midwest Financial Group coaches profile is next here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Waunakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Waunakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WaunakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Waunakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
Planning a corporate event, private party, or team outing? Madison acts as your state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Whoa, you nailed it! Featuring 8 lanes of axe throwing, craft beer, and interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard. 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Book your corporate event or holiday party now, before their lanes fill up. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
It's all about the green and gold and nonsense on Kyle, Brust, and Nordman.
We're obviously discussing this Green Bay Packers team and the inconsistencies, and if you believe that it's fixable in the middle of the season.
Hashtag Team Kyle. I saw it on YouTube. Hashtag Team Kyle. I love it.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. We're on the Badgers.
The freshman linebackers, the youth. Multiple. They led the team today.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And those are the building blocks for the future.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Down to the opening kickoff of this state semifinal matchup between the undefeated Waunakee Warriors and the one-loss Arrowhead Warhawks. Last segment, you heard from head coach Chris Graverson of the Waunakee Warriors. Now the dean, Dennis Semrau, is going to tell us more about the head coach of the Arrowhead Warhawks, Matt Harris.
Well, for Matt, it's his 6th year coaching, 49-18 overall record here. He has also coached at Waukesha North High School at 5 years there. He's been at Brookfield East, not only football coach, though, but he's also been a track coach, and he's led teams to state titles. Specifically, works with the pole vaulters, and they are always elite there. He was an assistant administrator at Milwaukee Sporting Goods, and he works for another company now called, is it Epoch Athletics? He's a Marine Corps vet, so we thank him for his service. And we got to meet him before the game here. Yes, he looks like an ex-Marine, just like I pictured he would. He's a pretty good guy. Again, I love that track and that track and football kind of combination. Yeah, and if you look at the team speed, that emphasis is right there.
Yeah, that it definitely shows, and that was something we asked him about in that interview. Again, you can go back and watch it on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts and the ESPN Wisconsin app under the PrepMania podcast. But he said about maybe 90 to 95% of his team are track and field athletes along with football players. So huge emphasis on the multi-sport athletes, which, Dennis, anybody that pays attention to any of the high school sports coverage you and I do, you know that we love it when we hear coaches talk about multi-sport athletes.
I have to give a shout-out to Joe Dye, longtime coach at Janesville Parker. He's retired. And that was it. When he coached, he was a head track coach. If you were doing a spring sport, you were on the track team. No answer about it. And when I mentioned that, oh, yes, Matt knows who he is. Pat Rice. I mean, all these coaches around, he really had respect for Joe. And he was kind of that forerunner of, we need multiple sport athletes. We need the kids to keep doing it. And the track, you look at the team speed today, is going to be great. I can't wait to see, especially Hyman and Hughes out in the open space.
Absolutely. There are over 20 studies that support the benefits of low-fat chocolate milk as a recovery beverage. Low-fat chocolate milk contains the right 3-to-1 mix of carbs and protein, scientifically shown to help refuel and restore muscles. Pro athletes have been relying on chocolate milk for years because they've seen the benefits in their own performance and recommend drinking milk to others. Learn more at GonnaNeedMilk.com. Brought to you by the dairy farmers of Wisconsin. When we return, we have our keys to the game as we count down to the opening kickoff of the state semifinal matchup between the Arrowhead Warhawks and the Waunakee Warriors right here on ESPN Madison. Hey, this is Hunter. Reveal by Tacticam was created for hunters by hunters. We're the leader in cellular trail cameras, and we're committed to making every hunt smarter, easier, and more rewarding. Whether you're filling your freezer or taking a trophy buck. Head to Tacticam.com to check out the full lineup of cellular trail cameras and power management accessories and see why thousands of hunters trust Reveal. That's TACTACAM.com.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly opened Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Hear all 7 state championship games on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
Christian Collins, see you later.
Streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dancing Dean, Dennis Semrau. We're inside 4 minutes until the national anthem here at Mansfield Stadium on the west side of Madison. This is the campus of Vel Phillips Memorial Stadium. For those of you watching on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, you see the 2 logos on the field. On the left is the Spartan, that is for Madison Memorial, and then you see the lion with the crown for the Madison West Regents, if you're wondering what the 2 logos are here this evening as you watch that. Gruber Law Offices has a reputation of winning. Their experienced, powerful team works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There's never a fee until they win your case. Gruber Law Offices has been serving the people and state of Wisconsin for over 35 years. One call, Dennis.
That's all.
That's right. And it's now time for our keys to the game. Both of these coaches giving you their 3 keys to victory here this evening, and both of them giving very similar responses.
We do this in 20 seconds. Yeah, first of all, for Arrowhead, win the turnover battle, win the explosive plays battle, and win the special teams battle. And their kicking game was outstanding.
Yes.
Their kicker has had a
Cam
52
DeBoer,
yarder.
yes.
Oh, my God. And then their punter, who's ranked 4th in the nation by Cole's kicking, he also has put 38 of their 59 kickoffs in the end zone. So that's it. And then you switch over to Waunakee. Protect the ball, no turnovers, limit Arrowhead's explosive plays, and yes, they have a lot of them, and play sound on special teams. And that's basically what most coaches will tell you. This is what gets it done. 1 turnover can cost you a chance to state.
It
so
absolutely
can. Flawless.
Yep. We see that all the time, where it's so that you can point to 1, maybe 2 plays in a state semifinal game that really are the turning point. And honestly, that's even the sectional championship games in basketball. Yep.
Well, last week, penalties.
Yep. There's a couple penalties for Monona Grove.
Monona Grove that cost them, and it's unfortunate, but that's the name of the game. This level, everybody is so good at this level. You look at how many number 1 seeds made it through across the state. The cream rising to the top, and here it is for both. Now, Arrowhead didn't win the conference title this year, but that's a Classic 8, the SEC.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You go 1 loss in the Classic 8, you are doing something incredibly well. Are you planning a corporate event, a private party, or a team outing? Well, Madison Axe is your state-of-the-art entertainment spot with 8 lanes of axe throwing and interactive games. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. We're counting down to the opening kickoff between the Arrowhead Warhawks and the Waunakee Warriors in the state semifinal game. Dennis, we've got about a minute until the national anthem. Some kind of final thoughts here before we get going tonight.
Okay, first team to make a mistake, first turnover could cost you, but both these teams have come back, as we heard from Coach Graverson saying, if they're down, he likes the fact that they don't flinch. Arrowhead was down 21-0 in the first quarter with a couple of turnovers. The last week, they held Hamilton without a point for the last 34 minutes in level 3. That's incredible. So this could be an explosive game, but I got a feeling it's going to be a 2-score game.
I I have a feeling a team might pull away towards the end on this game, just the way that either of these teams can run the ball and how explosive their offenses are. We're going to step aside for the national.
And they both have played overtime.
They have.
Let's get that one out of the way right away.
They have experience playing in tight games. We're counting down to the opening kickoff. We're going to step aside for the national anthem here at Mansfield Stadium. When we come back, the opening kickoff between Arrowhead and Waunakee on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until December 1st. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho! Planning a corporate event, private party, or team outing? Madison acts as your state-of-the-art entertainment spot.
Whoa, you nailed it!
Featuring 8 lanes of axe throwing, craft beer, and interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard. 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Book your corporate event or holiday party now, before their lanes fill up. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. We're just about to get things started here from Mansfield Stadium for this state semifinal game. The winner heads to Camp Randall, just down the street from us, and they will play either Muskego or Bayport, who are facing off in a rematch of the Division I championship game from a year ago. The Arrowhead Warhawks will be kicking off, and it will be Evan Wozniak to kick off for the Warhawks. Back to return then for Waunakee, it will be Eli Drangsveit back for the Warriors. Arrowhead, the home team this evening, wearing their red jerseys with white helmets and the red A on their helmets and white pants. Waunakee with white jerseys, purple helmets, purple pants, and purple numbers. And it is a end-over-end kick that goes well through the back of the end zone for a touchback, as Wozniak has done that now 39 times on the season.
Out of 60 kicks. That is a weapon. You have to make a high school team, any team, go 80 yards to score. That's already a point in your favor.
The senior quarterback, Cole Krause, taking the field for the Waunakee offense to get things started. The 6'3", 175-pound senior quarterback starts out of the shotgun. He'll have a pair of receivers at the top of the formation, single receiver at the bottom, running back flanking him to his left. Brings Bacon into motion from the left side over to the right, and it's a screen over to that left side to Bacon, and he is hit after he crosses the 25 and dropped down after a pickup of 7 to Devontae Bacon. And then Waunakee getting up quickly. They rarely huddle. They like to look over to the sideline and run an up-tempo offense. They'll have trips to the left now. with Krause in the gun. It's another quick screen over to the far side, falling forward after the reception, picking up just a couple of yards. That looks like that was Cooper Johans on the reception. So it's a 3rd down and 2, just 40 seconds into this semifinal game. Krause stepping up to the line to give his offensive line the play call. He'll have 2 receivers over to his left, a running back in the backfield. And Drangsveit is stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Otto Cochran, the nose tackle, was there on the stop, as well as, like we mentioned in the pregame, Brendan Foley, the senior linebacker. It was a gain of 1, and it's 4th down and 1, and the punting unit for Waunakee comes out. That'll be J.J. Pfeiffer back to punt.
Well, you get your first 3 and out of the game. A message right here, and because of the long kickoff, and now gonna have a shorter field here for Arrowhead.
And the kick over to the right side, bouncing and then taking a Arrowhead hop. The Warhawks are going to have great starting field position after that punt. It hit at the 45 and checked up and went back towards Waunakee. It'll be a 1st and 10 Arrowhead starting at their own 46.
Just 25 yards on that punt. Lost a couple of yards when it spun backwards, but again, shorter field here for Arrowhead to start with.
Now the first team all-conference quarterback Nolan Hansen taking the field for the first time with 10:21 to go in the first quarter. He'll be in the gun, a pair of receivers to his left, single receiver to the right, running back flanking him to his right. And it's a handoff on 1st down, and spinning down near midfield is number 2, Devin Nettles, getting the start at running back. Nettles picking up 4 yards up to the 50.
Kyan Newman, number 44, with a tackle. He has led them in tackles here the last couple of games in the playoffs.
Nettles staying out there at running back. We were expecting to see the senior Jacob Seiner get the start, but instead it is the sophomore Devin Nettles out there.
We're going to see all 3 of them.
Yeah. Hansen in the gun with his toes on his own 45, extends his arms out in front of him, gets a chest-high snap, throws quickly, and that is dropped incomplete. Wanted his intended receiver, Brody Kugler, but the senior couldn't pull that one in. 3rd down and 6 now. Had him open for that quick slant, just couldn't pull it in.
Ouch. Those you got to catch. That's a tough one there for now. Waunakee get a stop here. They're going to get pinned in their territory, but big to get a stop here.
3rd down and 6. Hansen in the gun, 4 receivers set, 2 to each side of the formation. He brings his arms up in front of his chest, gets the chin high snap. There is a flag, and they will blow this play dead. It looks like this is going to be a false start penalty going against Arrowhead. Waiting for the official to give the signal, but the Warhawks backing themselves up. So this will be a 3rd down and 11 now.
We've seen more false start penalties in the playoffs.
Yep.
We did all regular season. And the Pewaukee coach mentioned after the game that you have different officiating crews. Sometimes they see plays you've been running all year long, but they think it's a penalty, and other refs don't think it is. So that's up to the teams to adjust, not the officials.
3rd down and 11 after the false start penalty. Hansen will be in the gun. He's going to have 2 receivers to the right at the top of the formation, a lone receiver at the bottom. Nettles will be flanking him to his right. The official holding up play, not sure why exactly. And now one of the officials on the near sideline having a conversation with head coach Matt Harris of Arrowhead.
They're having a problem with the connections with their headsets. You're looking up here at the booth.
Yeah, we've got a number of coaches on the sideline looking up here. I think things are going to be okay now. So 3rd down and 11 at their own 45-yard line. Need to get to the 44 of Waunakee for a 1st down. Hansen in the gun. Deuces to the right, single receiver to the left. Nettles flanking him to his right as he straddles his own 40. Gets a chest-high snap. Throws quickly over to the far sideline, and that is going to be Incomplete.
Intended for Kugler again.
Yeah, Kugler couldn't pull that in on the sideline. I was looking for the official signal, and it's a 3-and-out for Arrowhead. So both offenses getting the ball, both offenses going 3-and-out early in this state semifinal game, Dennis.
Yeah, now here's where Wozniak, both teams have pretty good punters, but Wozniak, one of the best. He's averaging 42.
One of the best in the country,
yeah, not just the state, yeah. So we're looking at putting the ball here inside the 10-yard line. It's possible.
Wozniak standing at his own 30. Had to jump up a little bit to get that, and it is an end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for at his own 4-yard line. The Waunakee is going to have to go 96 yards. Wes Ducharme was back there and called for a fair catch at his own 4. 9:28 to go in the first quarter. Waunakee coming out now for their second drive of the evening. Stoughton Health has been providing trusted care close to home, and they are proud to support the student athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today. So after that great punt from Wozniak, Waunakee backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. 2 running backs flanking Krause to each side of the formation. Krause hands it off, but we've got a flag as the ball was being snapped.
That was a 51-yard punt, by the way.
And that is a false start.
So
false start. Half the distance to the goal, back to the 2-yard line, makes it 1st and 12 with 9:26 to go in the first quarter.
Okay, we've had dueling punts and dueling penalties now.
Waunakee going with the power formation again. 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. And that's McCoy Smith getting the carry on first down. He's able to pick up a couple of yards, get the penalty yardage back as it was a half the distance to the goal. 2nd down and 10 now.
Here's where mistakes can come into play. Ball security is so important. You saw McCoy both hands firmly around the ball there, falling forward.
Krause in the gun again. He's got McCoy to his right. Play action, dumps it off to Drangsveit in the flat, and he catches it for no gain. 3rd down and 10. So both defenses coming up big early on. It's a 3rd down and long. The Arrowhead students and fans here at Mansfield Stadium making noise now with 8:30 and counting to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and 9 after that pickup of 1. Krause's in the gun, running back flanking him to his left. Lone receiver at the top of the formation, 2 of them down at the bottom. And the receiver up at the top of the formation, Cooper Johans, looking at some press man-to-man coverage at the top of the formation. Bacon comes into motion from the right side over to the left. Play action. Krause stepping up, throwing down the near sideline, and that's incomplete over the head of his intended target, the tight end, Mac Johnson. And it's 4th down and 9, and the punting unit comes out for Waunakee.
Double coverage out there. Tarkowski and Veta, the defensive backs, had him pretty well covered.
So the punting unit coming on for the Waunakee Warriors. Be J.J. Pfeiffer.
Well, they punted for the first time from the 29, this time from the 4. So Arrowhead definitely with a flip of the field. Got to be able to take advantage of these short fields.
As the returner for Arrowhead, Ryan Hyman, standing at the 40 of Waunakee. Pfeiffer standing back 2 yards from the back of his end zone. This time a high spinning kick and a fair catch called for at the 42. So some more great field position to begin for the Arrowhead Warhawks. We are scoreless inside 8 minutes to go, 7:57 on the clock here at Mansfield Stadium, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. Hyman comes into motion from split out wide to the left to in tight, and it's a handoff on first down. He's stopped at the 40 is Devin Nettles. Pickup of just 2 on first down. Second down and 8 now after that carry of 2 by Devin Nettles, who's still out there at running back. We haven't seen Jacob Seiner or Jabari Craig, the 2 running backs we thought were ahead of Nettles in the depth chart. But second down and 8, Hansen in the pistol. Hansen hands it off to Nettles. He bounces it to the outside, able to get away from one defender and brought down at the 36.
Yeah, Benton Kralum was cornerback with the tackle there.
After the Nettles carry, it's third down and 4. A pickup of 4 on second down makes this third and 4. Hansen in the gun on third down. Trips bunch to the left, lone receiver tight to the right side of the formation. He's got a running back flanking him to his right. Hansen gets the snap, play action, throws it out to the near side. He's got a receiver. He's at the 30, has enough for the first down for Arrowhead. That was the tight end, Trey Euler, on the reception, and we have our first down of the night, Dennis, with 6:36 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Ubersox and Millen are there on the tackle, but we finally got a first down here, halfway through the first quarter.
Quickly back to the line with a 1st and 10 at the 27 for Arrowhead as they go from right to left here at Mansfield Stadium. Hansen's in the pistol. He hands it off on first down, and he is met and stopped by the future Badger, McCoy Smith, for no gain. That was Jabari Craig, the junior running back, getting the carry on first down, and he'll head right back to the sideline as Devin Nettles comes back in for Arrowhead. We're down to 6 minutes and counting to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania in this state semifinal of the Division I football tournament. The winner plays Muskego or Bayport next Friday night at Camp Randall. Hansen in the pistol. Stretch run to the near side for Nettles. He gets inside the 25 and brought down at the 23.
Chuck Farrell there, 25 on the tackle. Got him by the legs, didn't let him get anywhere.
And he was able to just fall forward, pick up 4 yards after he was hit. Third down and 6. Both of these defenses doing well on first and second down so far, as we are scoreless with 5:10 to go. Third down and 6 at the 23. Hansen in the gun. 2 receivers at each side of the formation. Running back flanking him to his right, that's Craig. A waist-high snap, 3-step drop, throws over to the far side of the end zone, and it's overthrown. He had his man, Harper Hughes, but it was too far over his head and incomplete.
Had about a step and a half on Ubersox, the safety out there, but wow.
And Harper Hughes, like you mentioned, he is on a state record-holding relay team. So really difficult to overthrow him, but he did that time. Cam DeBoer on to kick this field goal. This will be a 40-yarder. His long on the season is a 52. So 40-yarder, well within his range. Ball is on the near hash mark, kicking from right to left. There is wind at his back as well. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is up and over end, and it is right through the uprights and good. The Arrowhead Warhawks strike first, 3-0 with 4:54 to go in the first quarter on that 40-yard field goal from Cam DeBoer. We'll take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, the Waunakee Warriors look to respond here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick Fish Hatchery Road.
Listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
3-0 our score with 4:54 to go here in the first quarter on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau.
That was a 7-play, 19-yard drive, 3:03 off the clock. Kicking game superior right now for Arrowhead.
As that kickoff is right at the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And for those of you who are maybe new or unfamiliar with the high school game here in the state of Wisconsin, if a kickoff at all goes into the end zone or even the returner fields the ball in the end zone, it is automatically a touchback. So you can't have a 105-yard kickoff return. Waunakee looks to get something going on offense, down 3-0 with 4:54 to go in the first quarter. Krause handing it off over to the right side, and there's not much there. This Warhawks defense smothering the running game early on of the Waunakee Warriors. Pickup of 1, maybe 2 yards for Drangsveit. And they give him just 1 yard up to the 21. Hansen in the shotgun. Pair of receivers at the top of the formation. Sprint out over to the far side. He's got his receiver Bacon, and maybe he got at the line of scrimmage. They might give him a half yard, but not much there, and it's another 3rd and long for Waunakee, Dennis.
Neither team able to get much going here. You saw 7 plays, 19 yards, but this whole field position battle, and that would have taken kicking off first with the kicking game they have. And Waunakee's just been trapped inside their 30 the whole first quarter.
3rd down and 9 after no gain on the reception by Devontae Bacon. Krause's in the gun. He's got a running back flanking him to his right and 2 receivers to his right. Goes hard count, now takes a couple of steps up to the offensive line to get a new play from the sideline. Steps back, they keep the same formation with the 2 receivers to the right. Krause gets the chest high snap. Play action, pressure coming, steps up.
Nothing.
He is hit and brought down. A loss on the play.
It's 59 on that Adrian Elrod.
The linebacker, Adrian Elrod, coming in to get his 3rd, not a sack, as you informed me last week, his 3rd tackle for a loss because Krause brought the ball down.
He tried to scramble there at the end, and unfortunately, nada. So, but he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He did, so I guess not a tackle for a loss, just a tackle of no gain. 4th down and 9 in the punting unit, and J.J. Pfeiffer back out there. Pfeiffer's kick going all the way back, taking a bounce at the 45, and then rolling and takes a Waunakee roll down to the 34. So this is the worst starting field position of the night for Arrowhead, and it's still a solid place to start here, Dennis, at their own 34, up 3-0 with 3:33 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, here where Waunakee would love to get a turnover, force a fumble or something here, but both these teams are so fundamentally sound, how they take care of the football. It's going to be tough here. But you can get a stop here, get better field position. Right now, it's all the offenses had – really, you had to play it safe when you're back with the goal line right behind your back.
1st and 10 at the 34, going from right to left are the Warhawks. It's a handoff to Nettles to the right side. He's across the 40, spinning off of a defender down to the 42. Pickup of 8 on 1st down.
That's the best first down play we've had in the night so far. Neither team has given up much.
And Arrowhead maybe getting a little confidence now. It's a 2nd down and 2 at the 42. Hansen's in the gun. 2 receivers at the top of the formation, 2 at the bottom of that as well. He's got Nettles, and Nettles will get the handoff up the middle again. A ton of running room across midfield, spinning off of defenders, and finally pulled down at the Waunakee 45.
Chuck Farrell rode him down like a Bronco, but a lot of ground there. There's your first big play.
Dennis, this is 13. One of those spots where head coach Matt Harris making me look like an idiot. I was a little confused why we hadn't seen Signer or Craig much here early on, and then Devin Nettles with a great run on 2nd down makes it 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll head to the sideline, though, to get a rest as Jabari Craig comes in. Hansen will be in the gun with his right foot forward across the 50, his left foot back behind it. 2 receivers at the top to the right. Now we have a whistle and a flag. And it'll be a false start. believe that was what was being signaled, and yes, that is an illegal
receiver.
procedure penalty before the snap, backing up Arrowhead to the 50. So it'll be first down and 15.
We talked about in the game about having to play flawless. That's 3 false start penalties, 2 on Arrowhead and 1 on Waunakee here, kind of stymieing both teams. And when it's hard to, yards are hard to come by to get behind the chains, it's pretty tough. But we'll see here if neither one of the receivers have gotten open. They're speedsters for Arrowhead. See if they can get them out in open space.
First and 15. Hansen, 3-step drop, throws
There
deep
it
over
is.
the middle
There
of the
it
field
is.
to Hyman, and that is tipped up and knocked incomplete. Wes Ducharme there on the coverage wanted a flag, it looked like, against Hyman. They don't call it. Hyman's slow to get up. I think just more frustrated with himself that he couldn't pull that in. But the first big shot attempt taken by Arrowhead, and Waunakee was there to defend it with 2 defensive backs in the area.
Yeah, it was Ducharme, the cornerback, and then Chuck Farrell, the safety, came over for the double coverage there. You cannot let that guy to run free in the secondary. So he's going to see a lot of bodies on him all night.
Second down and 10 after the incompletion. 2 receivers to the left. Single receiver Kugler at the top of the formation. Hansen in the pistol. And Hansen hands it off to Nettles to the left side, and then he cuts to the right, getting back past the original line of scrimmage up to the 43. The pickup of 8 on second down makes this a more manageable third down at 3rd down and 8, and we're down to a minute 35 remaining in the first quarter. Arrowhead leads Waunakee 3-0 here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Again, the winner of this game plays either Bayport or Muskego in the Division I State Championship game next week at Camp Randall. 3rd down and 8. Hansen's in the gun.
No, first timeout.
And we have our first timeout of the night. That is taken by Arrowhead. They'll have 2 remaining, as that is our first Madison College timeout, as Madison College has been around for over 100 years right here in our community. They've grown to 7 campuses all across south central Wisconsin, including 3 in Madison. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. So, Dennis, we have a minute 12 to go in the first quarter. Arrowhead leads 3-0 after that 40-yard field goal from Cam DeBoer. But this really kind of feels like what we expected. I wasn't expecting fireworks early on in this game. Both of these teams like to kind of feel each other out, it feels like.
Yeah, what I was concerned from a Waunakee standpoint was their secondary. You got 3 seniors and a junior back there. You got Kralum and Ducharme at the cornerbacks and Ubersox and Farrell at the safeties. And they were going to get tested heavily against 2 of the best receivers in the state, the speed. And right now, they're up to the challenge, able to stop that last one on the deep ball. And they have to have their A game tonight.
3rd down and 8 after the timeout. A minute 12 to go. Hansen, 3-step drop, looking to throw, rolling out to his right, still looking. He is met and brought down for the sack back at the 49. The Waunakee defense with a huge stop on 3rd down.
That was
number 44, Kyan Newman, the junior middle linebacker, came flying in to get that sack. He was a Badger Large Conference honorable mention as he led the team with 80 tackles on the season and now has 4.5 sacks.
He had 14 tackles in level 2 and 12 last week. He's just risen to the occasion. Honorable mention, forget that. He should be first team the way he's playing tonight.
4th and 14. We're down inside 30 seconds to go. Wozniak will be standing at his own 36 to kick this. He had a 51-yard punt earlier in this quarter. And this one, another beautiful punt. Ducharme calls a fair catch. Bounces at the 2. This time he lets it bounce into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Arrowhead leads 3-0. We had a little bit of some words between Waunakee and Arrowhead back near the punter at the 40, but no flags thrown.
Talk about the kicking game. Okay, here's all Arrowhead's done. 2 kickoffs in the end zone, 2 starts at the 20. 2 punts, 51 and 49 yards.
Oh, my goodness.
50-yard average, and a 40-yard field goal.
Special teams coming up big. We make Brad Nortman, the former Badger punter and our teammate here at ESPN Wisconsin,
people
proud.
love this game right now.
Drangsveit, a carry over to the left side, and he's got nothing there. Stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain for Eli Drangsveit. And that will do it for the first quarter here at Mansfield Stadium. 3-0 our score. The Arrowhead Warhawks lead the Waunakee Warriors in this Division I State Semifinal game. We will be back in 60 seconds here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement. If joint pain or an injury is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We are here to help at Stoughton Health. Come in and we can talk to you about different techniques in order to get you back to doing what you want to do, whether it be walking the dog, going to work, or even playing outside with your kids. We want you to be able to do these things without pain.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
After that break, we had a carry of 6 yards on second down. Makes it a 3rd down and manageable for the Waunakee offense. 3rd down and 4. Here early in the second quarter, Arrowhead leading 3-0. Krause in the shotgun. Goes another hard count, now steps up to the line, looking over to the far sideline to get the audible. He moves his running back from his left side over to his right. Play action, throws over the middle of the field, has a completion to his tight end, Jackson Kidd, and that'll be a 1st down for Waunakee, down to the 38. Waunakee working quickly now. They got that 1st down. They go with the same formation, trips to the right, running back flanking, Krause to the right, throws over to Bacon on the right side across the 40, breaks away from a defender, down at midfield, and this will be close to another 1st down for Waunakee. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back 1st down for the Warriors, and they've got some momentum here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, 12 yards to the tight end, and now 11 yards to the wide receiver.
And now there's a whistle, or the officials are coming in and stopping things. Waunakee didn't make a sub. And now they're pointing over to the scoreboard as the official. And I think the clock kept running after that 1st down, and they didn't stop it for the change to reset, so the officials fixing the clock. It'll be a 1st down, 11 minutes now. They add 24 seconds onto the clock. And quickly a throw over to the right side. This time it is met right away. That's Cooper Johans, the senior receiver with the reception, and he picks up 3 yards on the far side of the field.
Waunakee had 12 total yards of offense in the first quarter. More than made up for that here on this first drive of the second as we go into the second quarter.
The offense looking to the far sideline to get the play call from the coaching staff. Johans will be the lone receiver, split out wide to this left side. 2 receivers at the top of the formation for Krause in the gun. Krause handing it off up the middle and falling forward inside the 45, down to the 42. That was a carry by Eli Drangsveit, the junior running back. It's 3rd down and 3. Krause again in the gun. He'll keep those 2 receivers at the top of his formation. Single receiver at the bottom. Stepping up to the line to get a new play from the coaches. With a 3rd down and 3, and we're inside 10 minutes to go in the first half. Arrowhead leading 3-0. Krause looks to throw to the right, now throws down the far sideline, and that is Intercepted. No, they'll say out of bounds. Nearly intercepted.
That was number Tarkowski. Yeah,
yep,
27.
Jack Tarkowski, the senior free safety, with that near interception. Instead, it's 4th down, and the punting unit comes out for Waunakee. And Dennis, you said one of the keys to this game for both teams was winning that turnover battle. We nearly saw our first turnover there.
A big one there. It's going to be around the 40 versus now if you can try to pin them inside the 10. We get another timeout.
Yep, and it is another Madison College timeout. Arrowhead taking their second timeout. They have one left with 9:44 to go in the second quarter. Arrowhead leads Waunakee 3-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
4th down and 3, and Waunakee has their punting unit out after that Arrowhead timeout. Arrowhead not putting anyone deep on this punt. So J.J. Pfeiffer a chance to pin the Warhawks deep with this kick. With 9:44 to go in the second quarter. Waunakee trails Arrowhead 3-0. And this kick from Pfeiffer, high, bouncing at the 4, checking up and rolling down to the 5-yard line. So Arrowhead doesn't put anyone back. I don't think they trusted Waunakee to not try and go for it. And J.J. Pfeiffer able to match Evan Wozniak and pin Arrowhead deep this time.
45 yards on the punt. Looks like we'll start out 1st and 10 on the 4. Well, the kicking game is not seen as impactful all season long as we have so far in the first quarter and a couple of minutes.
They move it up, actually, to the 6. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 6. 9:33 to go. Arrowhead going from left to right in their home red uniforms in this Division I state semifinal game. Leading 3-0. Nolan Hansen standing in the shotgun at his own 1-yard line, handing it off up the middle on 1st down. He's met in the backfield and brought down for no gain on 1st down. That was another carry for Devin Nettles. Now, they will give him a yard. So 2nd down and 9 after the gain of 1 up to the 7-yard line.
This is definitely the definition of grind it out.
Yep.
Both teams really tough sledding here in the interior in the offensive line.
2nd and 9. Quick throw on 1st down. Has a completion over on the far sideline. That was to number 13, Brody Kugler, the senior receiver.
He's been trying a few times to get it. He finally get a completion to him.
So the moves it up to the up to the 12. So 3rd down and 4. Need to get to the 16 for a 1st down. Hansen in the gun. Running back flanking him to his right. 2 receivers to the right side at the bottom of the formation. 2 receivers at the top as well. Hansen pumps, throws, and that's just off the hand of Ryan Hyman. He would have been open and running if he could have pulled that one in, but it was just off target. And the punting unit comes out for a 4th down and 4. This is where now Wozniak with a chance to really flip the field. Ducharme right now lining up at his own 45. A little surprised he's not backing up an extra 5 yards with the way Wozniak can kick.
38, that's about a 41, 42 yards. I'd go like another 10.
Wozniak standing 2 yards deep into the end zone on this 4th down punt with 8:47 to go in the first half. It's a low snap. Wozniak able to get it off, and it's an end-over-end kick that Ducharme is able to pull in at the 45 of Arrowhead and is brought down at the 43. The best starting field position of the night for the Waunakee Warriors, who trail 3-0 with 8:38 to go in the second quarter of this Division I state semifinal game here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau.
That was only 33 yards in that punt. Good break for Waunakee. 8:38 to go. Now they can get a little drive sustained, at least get in field goal range to try to at least tie this game up. But good, nice return there by Ducharme. Hung on to it, got a couple yards.
1st and 10 at the 43. 8:38 to go in the second quarter. Krause handing off to Drangsveit, who makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage and stumbles forward to pick up 2. They'll actually give him 3 now, up to the 41.
Little sportsmanship there. He helped Brendan Foley up. We made the tackle on the play.
8:14 to go. Krause gives it to Drangsveit again, who started up the middle but then tried to bounce outside. And again, able to pick up a few yards, getting inside the 40 down to the 39. It's 3rd down and 6 inside 8 minutes to go.
Well, we're looking at a 36 or 56-yard field goal. They got to get a first down here if you want to give your kicker at least a shot at it.
7:45 and counting. 3rd down and 6. Krause in the gun. 2 receivers to the left. Running back flanking him to his left. Play action. Throws out into the flat. He's got Diesel Mac Johnson. He is met inside the 35. He's going to be brought down about a yard short of a first down. The junior tight end Mac Johnson, his nickname on the team is Diesel.
He is a heck of a basketball player, too. That's where we found out about the nickname. And now he's been playing a lot of offensive line this year because of injuries.
The offense is going to stay out on the field. They'll go with their power formation. Drangsveit flanking Krause to the left. McCoy Smith flanking him to the right. Bacon, the lone receiver, to the left. McCoy Smith gets the handoff. He has the first down, breaks through one tackle, dragging a defender down to the 20 and down to the 19. The future Badger, McCoy Smith, gets a first down and gets the offense for Waunakee rolling inside 7 minutes to go.
He took on 27 Tarkovsky, a defensive back, and ran right through him.
Waunakee quickly back with that same formation. McCoy getting another handoff. This time, not as much as he picks up 2 to the 18. And now the offense will slow down a little bit more, make a couple of substitutions as Drangsveit heads over to the sideline. Cooper Johans, the wide receiver, coming in. It'll be Johans and Bacon, the 2 receivers to the left. McCoy Smith, the lone running back in the backfield. So he'll be to the right side of Krause, who's in the gun on 2nd down and 8. 6:22 to go in the half. Smith nearly fumbling the ball. He's met at the backfield and brought down for a loss of 2. The nose tackle, Otto Cochran, gets his 8th tackle for a loss.
It's a mix-up there on the handoff. The quarterback and running back collided, which kind of destroyed the play right there. And he's lucky he did not lose the ball.
3rd down and 10, a loss of 2 inside 6 minutes and counting to go in the first half. Waunakee trails Arrowhead 3-0. Krause, 2 receivers to the right. McCoy Smith on his right side. Now Krause's going to audible, stepping up to the line, getting the play from the far sideline from his coaches. And there's going to be a timeout called, the first Madison College timeout of the half for Waunakee. They have 2 left with 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Waunakee trails Arrowhead 3-0 in this state semifinal game. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes that there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since the award started in 1965. From football to volleyball to soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how your team and your community can work together to be true champions. 3rd down and 10, Dennis. You're at the 20, so right now would be about a 37-yard field goal if you have an incompletion here. What are you drawing up if you're Waunakee?
Well, it's got to be some kind of pass play. I don't think you're going to get anything on the ground. You're not going to pick up 10 yards here. So the last time when they came close to the first down, 5-yard pass to Diesel, to Mac Johnson, the tight end. I think him and Bacon's been a kind of a sure-handed guy for him, but I think they're going to have to try to it's a spread offense, try to spread that defense out a little bit and see if they can get somebody in space. But again, the defensive line has put up some pretty good pressure tonight. And you got to know where Foley is at all times, because here's a guy that can ruin a 3rd down conversion anytime he feels like it, pretty much.
3-0 with 5:35 to go in the second quarter. Arrowhead leads Waunakee.
Good crowd support here by Arrowhead,
yes,
making the trip over.
3rd down and 10. Krause will be in the shotgun. He's got Johans as the lone receiver to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Brings Drangsveit into motion from the backfield over to the left side. Krause, 3-step drop, looking to throw, pumps. Now he's just going to try and run with it. He's across the 15, trying to get up to that 1st down marker. Slides down inside the 15 at the 13.
Had Mac Johnson on a post pattern there. He had double coverage. That's what it looked like he was looking for. But trying to make something out of nothing there on the scramble.
It's up to the 14 and the kicking unit, and Ryan Lutz, the junior kicker, he's 2nd team all-conference, coming out to attempt what would be a 30-yard field goal. The ball spotted near the right hash mark for the right-footed Lutz.
Just 2 of 7, though, from field goals this year. He had a couple of bad games.
Snap is down. The kick is up, and it is good. We are tied in this Division I state semifinal game. Waunakee 3, Arrowhead 3, 4:50 to go in the second quarter. The Arrowhead Warhawks will get the ball back when we return here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
3-3 our score. It's been a special teams battle here at Mansfield Stadium in this Division I state semifinal.
8 plays, 29 yards, 348. Both teams struggled. DeBoer's field goal was 7 plays, 19 yards. Waunakee 8 for 29. So they have to get every inch. Is a battle tonight.
Dennis, in the first quarter, I said I expected this game to maybe start off slow, but then we'd see things kind of pick up as the teams figured each other out. So far, they haven't quite been able to figure out these defenses, as this is feeling like an old Big Ten West game with a 3-3 to score and 4:50 to go in the first half.
Barry Alvarez, you got to love it. This is a punch in the mouth kind of game.
Lutz's kickoff is away and into the end zone for a touchback. Again, field goals in Wisconsin high school football cannot be returned on those kickoffs if they go into the end zone.
We talked about DeBoer with kickoffs, 46 now out of 71 in the end zone for Lutz. He also made 53 out of 54 extra points coming in. That's why he was the all-conference kicker. Both teams, outstanding kickers tonight.
First down and 10 at their own 20 for Arrowhead, going from left to right as we see things here at Mansfield Stadium. 4:50 to go in the second quarter. Hansen in the pistol. Hands it to Nettles. Nettles dancing around. Nettles at the 30. Nettles a stiff arm, 35, 40, 45. Lowers his shoulder into a defender at midfield. Devin Nettles with the big run. A pickup of 30 on first down, and it's a 1st and 10 Warhawks. The biggest play of the night for either team.
First explosive play. Talked about limited, and that was the first time we've seen one go more than 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50 now for Arrowhead. Hansen's in the gun. He's got 2 receivers at each side of the formation, and the running back flanking him to his right is Nettles, and Nettles gets a handoff to the left side, and he is hit hard by McCoy Smith. Picks up 2, maybe 3 yards on first down.
McCoy goes, "You're not getting by me."
McCoy Smith, for those joining a little bit late, Dennis and I talked about, he is a preferred walk-on that he is committed to the University of Wisconsin to be a fullback for the Badgers next season. It was a 3-yard gain for Nettles, 2nd down and 7, 4:05 and counting to go in the first half. We're tied at 3.
Yeah.
Nettles getting another carry over to the right side, breaks away from some defenders, makes one miss at the 35, the 30, down to the 25, and ripped down inside the 25 at the 23. Devin Nettles starting to find some open running room in this second quarter.
He came in averaging 7.3 yards a carry. Boy, he's looking very good right now.
And he's coming off of a 130-yard performance in their Level 3 win over Hamilton last week, where he ran for 130 yards and a touchdown. Averaged 8.7 yards per carry in that one.
He's got 3 carries, 57 yards, all the yards on this drive right now.
3:54 to go in the second quarter. Nettles, another handoff, starts to the middle, breaks to the outside. Stiff arm at the 20, and he is driven down and out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Jabari Craig, the handoff that time.
Kingston Marks with the tackle.
The junior defensive back there for Waunakee with the tackle. Picking up 3 yards was Craig. Now Nettles checks back in.
Siner's had some injury issues this year, and Coach Harris talked about how he's mentored both these running backs. Done a pretty good job because they look really good tonight.
Hansen's in the pistol. Deuces to the right, single receiver to the left. Nettles, the lone running back that was behind him, gets the handoff, and he's inside the 20 down to the 17. This will be a 3rd down and manageable for Arrowhead. It'll be 3rd and 4, 3:30 to go now as we're tied at 3 in the second quarter.
He's done his damage. When he gets through that first line, that's when he's in trouble, when the defense is in trouble. If they can stand him up right there and get some help, but if he gets into the linebacker core, he's been making some great moves, and he's a pretty tough runner too. Pretty physical at 5'11", 180 pounds, just a sophomore.
Hansen's in the gun. Nettles flanking him to the left. He'll throw quickly to Kugler, and that's off of his hands, incomplete.
Second drop pass by him tonight.
Yeah, Brody Kugler had 2 passes now hit him in the hands in this game. He's dropped both, and he couldn't get his feet in bounds on the far sideline for another incompletion. It's 4th down and 4, and Cam DeBoer coming out for the field goal attempt. Cam DeBoer, 15 of 16 on the season. He hit a 40-yarder earlier in the night. Gave us our first score of the evening.
His only miss has been from 49 yards this year, and Coach said he only missed that by a couple of inches.
This is a 34-yard attempt from the 24, ball near the near hash mark. And that one is blocked by Waunakee. They're going to have some running room, though. Scooped up by Farrell at the 45, the 50, and he's brought down across the 45 at the 42. Our first huge play on special teams. Colin Farrell scoops it up. Waunakee is in great starting field position with 2:54 to go in the first half. Dennis, one of our keys to this game for both teams, win special teams. Arrowhead had been winning it tonight, but that blocked kick looms large now with 2:54 to go.
And Farrell picked it up right there. Sometimes you want to just fall on it, but there, nicest scoop, and really gave him great field position here at the 44 now of Arrowhead. Might be just the boost the offense needs.
First and 10 at the 44. Krause's in the gun. Pump fakes, throwing deep down the sideline, and that's going to be too far over the head, incomplete. Waunakee fans wanting a hold or a PI penalty, but they don't get one. The intended receiver was Justin Sawicki on the near sideline.
Going for it all on that first one. Now you got to try to pick up a first down here, see if you can get some more points, at least a field goal on the board before we go to halftime. And Waunakee took the opening kickoff, so Arrowhead gets the second half kickoff.
Second and 10 after that incompletion. Two receivers to the left. Drangsveit with the carry to the right side. Drangsveit lowers his shoulder inside the 40, down to the 39. Gain of 5.
Good power run. Just put your shoulder down. Just keep those legs moving.
2:30 and counting here in the second half, or in the first half, excuse me, the second quarter, Dennis. Is this 4-down territory?
I think it could be here with the time clock running down.
2:20 and counting. Krause's in the gun. Chin high snap, sprint out over to the right. He's rolling, looking. Now he'll run, has enough for the first down, and scampers out of bounds at the 30. First and 10, Waunakee.
I'm going to say, if you're going to have a 4th and 1 or 2, yeah, you don't want to give Arrowhead with that kicker there, so he can go to the 50-yard line. You don't want to give him any shot, but great pickup there. Good scramble by Krause. He doesn't run much. Only 13 rushes on the season.
First and 10 at the 31. They moved him back a yard. Drangsveit gets the carry on first down. He's met after a yard or two. He's inside the 30.
Yeah, this is you want to run some time down. Don't want to give Arrowhead any time left on the clock.
Yeah, especially with their receivers Ryan Hyman and Harper Hughes and the big playability that those two have.
Yeah.
Second and 7, a pickup of 3 on first down at the 28. Krause, play action, throws the Kid on the far side. Kid breaking through tackles. Kid has a first down inside the 20, and he is stood up at the 16. Another first down for the Waunakee Warriors. 1:37 to go. The clock will stop until the chains are set. Jackson Kidd, the junior tight end. Second team All Badger Large Conference tight end.
Pick up a 12 on that one. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 16. Krause's in the gun. Two receivers to the left at the bottom of the formation. Drangsveit gets the handoff to the right side, sheds one tackler, and then brought down at the 14. Pickup of 2 on first down. 1:15 left to go in the second quarter. We're tied 3-0 in this first half between Waunakee and Arrowhead in this Division I state semifinal game. Score update on the Muskego Bayport game with 1:20 to go in the second quarter. Muskego leading 21-17 in that one. Second down and 8. And it's a handoff up the middle, nearly breaking through for a touchdown, but down at the 5 is Drangsveit. And that'll be another first down, and it's first and goal for Waunakee. Down to 43 seconds and counting.
Still 2 timeouts left for the Warriors as well.
First and goal, down to the 35 seconds. Power formation, handoff to the left side, breaking through tackles. McCoy Smith down to the 1. McCoy Smith, the 5'11", 216-pound fullback, just barreling down to the 1. 18 seconds to go. Second down and goal. It's another handoff to Smith. Smith met at the line of scrimmage, reaching, and he is in. Touchdown, Waunakee. The Warriors take their first lead of the night with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter.
9-play drive, very efficient. You get the extra point. Now squib a kick, going to halftime with a lead. Beautiful series, and now you see why McCoy Smith was added, and especially with Colin Murphy being out now. Extra running back has really helped. Drangsveit, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's been doing a lot of the work. Not a lot to show for from a touchdown standpoint, but he gets them down there, and Smith is the finisher.
After a blocked field goal for Waunakee, they get into the end zone and get the first touchdown. We have a whistle and a flag on the far side. This is going to go against Arrowhead, though. And that's an offsides penalty on Arrowhead. So this would be a half the distance to the goal, but they are going to decline the penalty, will Waunakee. And they will go ahead and kick the PAT. Ryan Lutz, second team All Badger Large Conference kicker, on for the extra point to make this a 7-point lead for Waunakee. The snap, the ball is down, and it is through the uprights and good. 10-3 with 9 seconds to go in the first half. The Waunakee Warriors with their first lead of the night. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the last 9 seconds of the second quarter here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick Fish Hatchery Road.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Nine seconds to go in the first half. The Waunakee Warriors lead 10-3 in this Division I state semifinal game. And that was a 34-yard field goal attempt by Arrowhead that the Warriors blocked. Then Colin Farrell scooped it up, was able to run it all the way down to the 44-yard line, getting it across the 50, setting up great field position for the Warriors. And they were able to punch it in with a McCoy Smith touchdown run. And Lutz will send this one into the end zone. Instead of a squib kick like Dennis predicted, they go with the touchback. Don't want to risk anything when you've got big play threats like Ryan Hyman and Harper Hughes back to return for Arrowhead.
Well, they tried a year ago when they played Madison Memorial, Phillips Memorial, messing with kickoffs. And they had a couple run backs, so
and
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, at the time, that was a giant upset, too, in the state early in the season. And I think that was one where now Waunakee kind of still has that in the back of their mind at times when it comes to kickoffs. Hansen will be in the shotgun with 9 seconds left and just one timeout, down 10-3. Brings a slot receiver into motion, hands it off to Nettles, who breaks away from a tackler, makes a man miss across the 30 and brought down at the 32. 2 seconds, and they stop the clock for the Chains, and now the last timeout taken by Arrowhead. They have no more Madison College timeouts here in the first half, but there's 2 seconds left. With a 10-3 lead for the Waunakee Warriors and 2 seconds left in the first half. Stick around after the game. We'll name our Pizza Hut player of the game, and Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with their big dinner box. Just $19.99. That's 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed the whole team for one unbeatable price. Head to one of their locations or online at pizzahut.com. Feed good times. Only at Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. And Dennis, there is a Pizza Hut just down the street on Mineral Point here. So,
and we all know one out pizzas, the Hut.
Oh, of course. Everybody knows that. 2 seconds left. Hansen in the pistol. Handing it off to Craig to the left side. Craig spinning off of a tackler. Spinning down to the 44. And that will do it for the first half of action. 10-3, the Waunakee Warriors lead the Arrowhead Warhawks in this Division I state semifinal game. The winner of this one heads to Camp Randall. We'll take a short break. When we return, we will try and get some scores from the other games around the state for those of you tuning in on YouTube or listening on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Plus, we'll hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. All of that to come next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare, with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Game day in Wisconsin calls for a big play. The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks, all for just $19.99. That's enough for you to feed your whole lineup and the fans before kickoff. Hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, even tavern style. Pizza Hut has something for every seat in the stadium. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Fuel your game day with the Big Dinner Box. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
Hear all 7 state championship games on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
Christian Collins, see you later!
Streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Halftime here at Mansfield Stadium in the Division I State Semifinal game between the Arrowhead Warhawks and the Waunakee Warriors. Waunakee leads 10-3 after they blocked a field goal by Arrowhead and then were able to score a touchdown off of a McCoy Smith carry. There's a great opportunity that exists for people who enjoy sports as participants or by watching a son, daughter, brother, or sister compete in high school sports. You can make significant income while providing a community service by giving back to the game that meant so much to you by becoming a WIAA licensed official. It gives you the opportunity to be involved, stay in shape, and assist in providing the lifelong lessons proven to be inherent in education-based athletics. Signing up is easy. Visit the website at WIAAWI.org and access the Officials tab to get started today. A message from ESPN Wisconsin and the WIAA, keeping the education in sports. It's now time to hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. This week, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, sat down with Alex Breinig of Lodi High School.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Alex Breinig from Lodi High School. Blue Devil, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
We're on this beautiful football field, and you've had some very good memories here. What's your best memory for home games here?
Just this last year, our homecoming game was a great atmosphere, and just, everyone felt like we were all here together, I guess.
So football, what do you like about football?
Being with my teammates, it's always just fun having something you can do with your friends after school, and really just always being with the guys.
And now you're wearing the wrestling, getting ready for the next season, right?
Yeah.
Now, your brother was a pretty good wrestler too.
Mm-hmm. State qualifier senior year.
And so you got an older brother, Owen. What kind of a role model was he for you? Big brothers sometimes beat up on the little brothers, but usually they make them better. What's your case?
He's obviously made me better. That's been just the biggest thing. He's always taught me that, you can be undersized, but you can outwork anyone you want. You can outperform anyone you want as long as you just keep your head down and work.
Now, you were part of the team 2 years ago that won state. What was that whole road like? And that was the perfect season, 14-0,
Yep.
And it was a senior-dominated team, but to be part of that.
Again, they always taught you that you had to work hard. They were living in the weight room, but I guess the process, watching them go through the process of winning, it was just fun because you're glad that, you saw them put the work in and then their success shine, but also they kind of made you feel like, oh, I can do this too. They were never really the class to just beat up on you. They were kind of the uplifters, like, hey, we're doing this and you can do it too.
Now you're looking at a couple of schools, La Crosse and LeClaire, and you're a big math guy. I think about a 3.6, something like that.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Mr. Murray.
And he's a math teacher.
Yep.
Right. So what do you want to do with that? What are you looking at doing in college?
Probably actuarial science, something in that. That's kind of just all I've looked at, I guess.
Thinking about doing a sport in college, or maybe just intramurals, or?
I've talked to a few coaches. I talked to Eau Claire, some of their football guys. I've talked to a wrestling guy from Eau Claire. But besides that, I've just kind of been going with the flow, and I'll see what happens.
So when you look back in your time at Lodi, what's going to stand out the most for you? What do you remember most?
Absolutely the community. I mean, especially being quarterback this year, it seems like everyone is always cheering you on, and just everyone's there for you. Like I said, everyone's worried about you, and they're always supporting you, and I think that's just the biggest takeaway from Lodi.
Well, I hope you have a good senior year. This is Alex Breinig from Lodi High School, our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Have a great rest of your senior year.
You too. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Again, our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Alex Breinig of Lodi High School. You can follow along our social media accounts all throughout the school year as Dennis will sit down with different Madison area student athletes and get to know them better throughout the season, and you can follow along on our ESPN Madison YouTube channel, where we'll have those as well as on Facebook to see the full interviews. We've got about 6 minutes left in the half here at Mansfield Stadium. Waunakee leads 10-3 here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, and Zimbrick Honda's been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. When we come back, the Dean will have some of the stats from the first half, and I'm trying to find as many scores as I can to update all of you on the scores from around the state. We'll have all of that coming up next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Is your home ready for a transformation? Whether it's a stunning kitchen remodel, a fresh new bathroom, or complete exterior makeover, Waunakee Remodeling has you covered. Their expert team turns your vision into reality with quality craftsmanship, affordable pricing, and unbeatable customer service. From concept to completion, Waunakee Remodeling is here for you. View what's possible at their beautiful showrooms in Madison and Waunakee and call 608-442-0034 or visit WaunakeeRemodeling.com for your free estimate today.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fitch Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda CR-V EXL for as low as $385 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
As a single mom of a young child, I second-guessed if college was even doable. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm getting the support I need, and the advisors have helped me every step of the way, including navigating admissions and the financial aid. My advice to others? Do this for you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit condonjeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Played like a pro but felt like an amateur? Twisted your ankle or jammed a finger under the Friday night lights? At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic has you covered. Skip the emergency room circus, dodge the waiting room sitcom, and get expert care from the pros who actually know sports injuries. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Walk into their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, your comeback starts here.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
10-3 our halftime score here at Mansfield Stadium in the Division I State Semifinal. The Waunakee Warriors lead the Arrowhead Warhawks. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Muskego and Bayport. And I said I'd have some scores at the half for all of you as we look through the scoreboard. We have Muskego up 21-17 on Bayport. That game being played up at Titans J.J. Keller Field at Titans Stadium on the campus of UW Oshkosh. I'm very familiar with that one, being a Titan alum myself. Some other scores over on the east side of Madison, Dennis, at Leisure Field, where Madison East and Madison La Follette play football. Reedsburg up at the half on Whitefish Bay, 30-0. Whitefish Bay, the 8th seed, making it all the way to the state semifinal. They've got some work to do in the second half if they want to become the first 8th seed to ever make it to Camp Randall. Also, Green Bay, Notre Dame, and Kingston Allen, their great running back, up 28-0 on River Falls at the half. Last score I saw in Homestead and West De Pere, Homestead was up 7-0, but that was at the end of the first quarter. Little Chute leads Columbus 29-7. Grafton up 7-0 on Catholic Memorial at the half. That game being played over in Oconomowoc. That one's a surprising one. Then we also have Mayville up on Lake Country Lutheran, 14-7. Darlington leading 27-3 on Manitowoc Lutheran. So those were some of the area team scores. Yes, go Redbirds. Us covering the Madison area schools. Obviously want to see as many of the Madison area schools make it to Camp Randall as we can. Dennis, some first half stats. I know for a stretch there weren't a whole lot of them unless we were talking about the punting stats. But what do you have for some first half stats?
Well, at the half, both teams have 6 first downs. Waunakee rushing 20 for 71. Arrowhead 17 for 136. 2 carries for 24, though, were right at the end of the half. So Waunakee did a good job there holding them down. Passing 50-14. Total offense 121 for Waunakee, 150 for Arrowhead. Key here is, though, passing. Hansen is 2 of 8. 0 interceptions, but 14 yards. Wow. Hyman, their stud receiver, 1 for 9. And the big guy, Hughes, we wanted to see 0 catches. So they've done a good job. I talked about the secondary earlier for Waunakee, doing a great job. For them, though, Nettles, 14 carries, 121 yards rushing. And 3 catches, 19 yards for Bacon for Waunakee. Their leading rushers, Drangsveit, with 12 for 35. McCoy Smith, 6 for 22, his 6th touchdown of the season, all in the playoffs.
Yeah, McCoy Smith, normally just playing defensive lineman throughout the year, moving to running back / fullback here in the postseason. Dreaming of transforming your home into the space you've always wanted? Waunakee Remodeling makes it happen, and their expert team is there to bring your vision to life. They're local, reliable, and dedicated to quality craftsmanship. Schedule a free consultation today at WaunakeeRemodeling.com. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we come back, we will start the second half of action in this Division I state semifinal game here on ESPN Madison.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Keep your bones strong and reduce your risk of fractures. Join Joseph Henningsen, orthopedic surgeon in Stoughton Health's Ortho Team Clinic, for a free online talk. Stronger bones, fewer breaks. What you can do to protect your bone health. Hear insights from the American Orthopedic Association's Own the Bone initiative and discover how to keep your bones strong as you age. It's happening Tuesday, December 2nd from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Register at stoughtonhealth.com under classes and events.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Waunakee Warriors will kick off to begin the second half of action here at Mansfield Stadium. They'll be kicking from left to right as they lead the Arrowhead Warhawks 10-3 here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. The winner will play either Bayport or Muskego in the state championship game next Friday. That game will kick off at 4 p.m. Lutz with a high kick that is able to return at his own 10, dancing around at the 20 and getting pushed forward at the 25. And finally blown down. We've got a flag, though, over at the 30.
A little rugby scrum there to start the half. That looks good.
That was Hughes on that return up to the 25, but we'll see who this goes against.
If Waunakee has to say in it, that'll be the only time he touches the ball in the second half. Oh, we got a hold on the return.
And that is a hold on Arrowhead, so that will back them up even further.
Oh.
The 1st and 10 at the 17 for Nolan Hansen and the Warhawks, who trail by 7. Hansen's in the gun. 4 receiver set, 2 to each side of the formation, and it's a fumble picked up by Nettles. He's hit at the 15 and brought down for a loss. McCoy Smith and a trio of Warriors were there to drop Nettles. It's a loss of 2 back to the 15.
Could have had our first turnover again. We had a blocked field goal, but no other turnovers in the first half.
2nd down and 12 at the 15, 11:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter on the first drive of the second half. And Craig breaking away from a defender all the way up to close to the first down marker. It looks like they're going to give it to him, and they do. A pickup of 13 on 2nd and 12, and it's a fresh set of downs for the Warhawks. First and 10 for the Warhawks. Just inside a minute gone here in the 3rd quarter. Arrowhead trails 10-3. Hansen in the gun, running back flanking him to his right. He's got a 4 receiver set, 2 to each side of the formation. Hansen will look to throw. Lobs one up deep down the near sideline, and he's got it at the 40. Logan Crowley, the junior receiver, was able to adjust, get under the ball, and he's all the way down to the 40. We've got an injured player back in the backfield of that play. So he'll be looked at by the Waunakee training staff. But our first big pass play of the night for Arrowhead, Dennis, and it's a completion to the guy we absolutely were expecting to get a big pass play in Logan Crowley.
He came in averaging 14 yards a catch. That's his 26th of the season. 33 yards. We had a 30-yard run by Nettles in the first half in the 2nd quarter. Now we got a 33-yard pass play, 2 explosive plays. Waunakee was able to survive the first one. See if they can find a way to get a stop here on this one.
And that completion all the way down to the 40 for Crowley as the Waunakee player being looked at back at the 15 by the trainers.
A few empty spots in front of us here. Not many, though. The stands are pretty packed here. It's kind of different. All the fans are right in front of us here. Nobody across the way. You've got the trees there. It's a great setting for usually regional sectional track. One of those are held here every spring. And this is one of the spots where you'd like to see maybe state would be, but now lacrosse has got state track. So
yeah, they won't be moving that one anytime soon. 10:34 remaining in the 3rd quarter. An injured player down in the field for Waunakee is being attended to. And a reminder for all high school sports fans across the state of Wisconsin, the WIAA is one of the many sports organizations that have moved to all digital and cashless tickets for admission into events. With Go Fan Ticketing, you can purchase and process your tickets safely, securely, and conveniently online for all the exciting state tournaments this fall. Patrons will need to use their mobile device to redeem their ticket at the gate. To purchase tickets, visit the WIAA website homepage, wiaawi.org, and click on the tickets link at the top of the page. Waunakee player being helped off the field. It'll be a 1st down and 10 after the completion to Crowley for Arrowhead. At the Waunakee 40, going from right to left. And now the officials are ready to start. 1st and 10. Hansen in the pistol, 3 receivers to his right. Hands off up the middle to Nettles. Nettles is met after a pickup of 2 down to the 38. Now Arrowhead will make a couple of substitutions after that 2-yard carry by Devin Nettles. And we're 2 minutes gone in the first half. Arrowhead on their first drive of the half, trailing 10-3. Hansen in the gun, 4-receiver set. Nettles another carry, this time over to the left side, dancing around up to the 35. Pickup of 3 on second down. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Arrowhead Warhawks. This is the junior quarterback Nolan Hansen, who's a first-team All-Classic 8 conference quarterback this past year with 1,700 passing yards coming into the season, looking to complete a 3rd down and 5 and keep this drive alive with 9:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. He straddles the 40 with 3 receivers to his right, single receiver at the bottom of the formation to his left. There'll be a handoff on 3rd down to Craig. Craig is inside the 35 and brought down at about the 33. So this is inside the field goal range of Cam DeBoer, who hit a 52-yarder earlier this year. He had a 34-yarder blocked late in the 2nd quarter, and that led to the Waunakee touchdown. The offense will stay out there on a 4th down and 3. Big 4th down early in this second half. Hansen in the pistol. 1 receiver to each side of the formation. Craig, the running back, 2 yards behind him out of the pistol. Chin high snap, play action. Craig dancing around, looking to throw, fires over the middle, and that pass is going to be caught sliding down at the 20. Harper Hughes with his first catch of the night, and it converts a 4th down and keeps the drive alive for the Arrowhead Warhawks.
Go-to guy, and he came through big time. He hasn't had a lot of action this year because of a slight knee injury early in the season. They were kind of nursing that through to get him ready for playoffs, and here he is making a big play.
Hansen now the 1st and 10 at the 21. Handoff to the left to Jabari Craig, and there is nothing there. McCoy Smith meeting him in the backfield and dropping him for a loss of 1.
Jabari Smith, meet McCoy Smith.
These running backs for Arrowhead have been getting a lot of McCoy Smith. The future Badger playing defensive line and fullback for Waunakee. So he'll be a preferred walk-on next year. He's trying to play his first game at Camp Randall.
One of our probably hear his profile next week during the games.
We probably will, as he was one of our UW Credit Union Student Athletes of the Week. Hansen throwing on 2nd and long, fires to the near side, complete to Hyman on the sideline, and he's inside the 10 down to the 8. Ryan Hyman, the senior receiver, getting the 1st down. It'll be a 1st and goal at the 9. So the passing game's starting to heat up now for Arrowhead.
Made a few adjustments there at halftime, and Waunakee's going to have to make some now. That was Hyman's 2nd catch. He had 1 for 9 yards in the first half, and as we said before, Hughes was shut out.
Hansen in the pistol. Hughes, the receiver at the top of the formation. Crowley slot to the right. Hyman, the lone receiver at the left. Craig gets the handoff to the right. Stiff arm at the 5. Fighting forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Arrowhead. The Arrowhead Warhawks march down the field on their first drive of the second half, and they're an extra point away from tying up this state semifinal. Jabari Craig with his 11th touchdown of the season makes this a 10-9 game. Cam DeBoer on for the extra point. DeBoer 42 of 46 on the season. Chance to tie this semifinal up. The snap, the ball is down, nearly blocked again. And that will be good. 10-10 our score. The Arrowhead Warhawks tie the game with 7:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A Jabari Craig touchdown run ties our game at 10-all here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. 10-10 our score now with 7:08 to go in the third quarter of this Division I state semifinal game. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. It's Evan Wozniak sends a high kick over to the right side. Drangsveit catches it at the 2, bobbles it, picks it up now at the 10, the 15, the 20. He's got running room at the 30, the 35, and down to the 37. Nearly disaster for Eli Drangsveit, and instead it's a 1st and 10 at the 37.
That pulled it out of danger. Boy, that was a major mistake waiting to happen. But what happens, too, is the teams slow up a little bit, and then he was able to find some room, get some nice blocking. The big thing on that is there was no penalty flag. By the way, the drive was 10 plays, 83 yards, 4:43 off the clock, 9-yard touchdown run, and the biggest drive of the game for either team.
Cole Krause, his first drive for the Waunakee Warriors of this second half, and it's a handoff over to the left side to pick up a few yards. They actually marked Drangsveit down at the 36, and that carry then on first down by Drangsveit gets it up to the 39. Pickup of 3 on first down, 2nd and 7. Krause in the gun. Goes with that long hold, and this time no gain for Drangsveit. On just about every play for Waunakee, they will have that long handoff as Krause will try to read the edge of the defense to see if he's going to keep it or not. 3rd down and 6 after no gain. 6:14 and counting to go in the third quarter. Krause in the offense looking over to the far sideline to get the play as they go from left to right. Ball's at the 40. Krause will be in the gun. 1 receiver at the top of the formation, 2 receivers at the bottom. He's got his running back Drangsveit flanking him to the left. Krause looking to throw. Krause rolling out, rolling, throws on the run, and that's incomplete. Tried to get his receiver Devontae Bacon, who slipped down at the 50. It's incomplete, and the punting unit comes out.
Yeah, but the Warriors did not want to have a 3 and out here after the long drive. Now defense has got to go back after a 10-play drive.
Hyman and Borst, the 2 back to return for Arrowhead. Hyman on the far hash mark, Borst on the near one. Both of them back at their own 30. And Pfeiffer standing at his own 27, waiting for the snap, and he will punt it away over to the middle of the field, bouncing at the 35, taking a Waunakee hop inside the 30 down to the 29. 5:38 to go. The Arrowhead Warhawks on their second drive about to begin of this second half here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Hansen in the gun to start on first down at his own 30, going right to left. 2 receivers to his right, single receiver to the left. Looking to throw, fires too high over the head of his intended receiver, Ryan Hyman, incomplete on first down.
Yeah, Hyman, by the way, came into the game with almost 700 yards receiving. He had a 74-yarder this year. He has got an offer from Air Force.
Another Service Academy member. Potentially.
Yes, Army and Air Force. We'll see if anybody wants to go Navy.
As a Dallas Cowboys fan and a Roger Staubach fan, I'm much more of a go Navy guy myself. It's a handoff on second down to Nettles. He takes it over to the left side near the 35. Thought they might mark him back at the 34. They give him that extra yard. Pick up a 5 on second down, third down and 5. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Arrowhead tied it up on their last drive on a Jabari Craig touchdown run, his 11th of the year. And Craig is out there on 3rd and 5, flanking Hansen to his left, who stands on his own 30 with 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Hansen looking to throw, dancing around, rolling out to the right, pressure coming, still dancing around. Back at his own 20, throws on the run, incomplete. He had a man open. That was number 17, Jabari Craig, the running back, who had leaked out. And it's a 4th down, so Waunakee, after going 3 and out, able to force a punt for Arrowhead.
He rolled to the right, and he thought he had something, and he wanted to cut back, but they stayed in their lane, so he had nowhere to go there. He had to get rid of it. And unfortunately for Arrowhead, it's a 3 and out.
Now, just to show the leg that Wozniak has, Wes Ducharme standing at his own 15. Wozniak standing at his own 20 to punt this ball. Just so anyone who's listening on the ESPN Wisconsin app understands the leg strength that the punter for Arrowhead, Wozniak, has. And this is a line drive kick that will go out of bounds. We'll have to see where the official marks this. I think it'll be about the 25. And he's still walking forward across the 25, close to the 30, and they will say the 30.
So it ends up being a 35-yarder.
And, Dennis, I don't believe in curses. I don't believe in jinxes. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. And when I say Wozniak got a great leg, oh, it's such a great leg. Ball goes out of bounds at the 30. That was a punt that is the first quarter. If I don't say anything, he's down in that inside.
It was a long punt. It was just misdirected a little bit.
Yes, I know, but I was expecting this to be a near the 10-yard line punt. That's what I get for talking about how great somebody is. Drangsvite, a carry up the middle, breaking through defenders across the 35 up to the 38.
Big run on first down for Waunakee.
And that's what they need to really get this offense going, is those better runs on first and second down, making things much easier for their offense to get going. Drangsvite stays out there at running back. The offense looking over to the far sideline to get the signal for the play. Johans at the top of the formation. Jackson Kidd, the tight end, in the slot to the top. Bacon, the lone receiver, at the bottom to the right. Handoff to Drangsvite on second down. He'll be close to the 40 for a first down. They'll give him the first down yardage. And it's the first down of the second half for the Waunakee Warriors. Inside 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 10-10 our score in this Division I state semifinal.
It's only the second time Waunakee's had a great first down play. They had the opening play of the game was an 8-yarder. This matched it, but it's been 1 or 2 yards, and very tough, which you can pull out of the toolbox there when you got second, third long.
1st and 10 at the 40 from left to right. Play action. Krause looking. Krause now will pull it and run with it. Gets to the outside, the 40, 45, and out of bounds at the 50. And actually, they'll push him back to the 49 of Waunakee's side of the 50, so it's a 9-yard carry. Thought they were he stepped out at the 50. Instead, it's second down and 1.
Yeah, Dad and Grandpa are proud of that one. His grandpa played for the Packers, and his dad, Scott.
A running back, too, for the Packers.
Scott was a quarterback at Waunakee and also part of a Grey Cup championship team in Canada.
Drangsvite with the carry, picks up 2 yards, gets it to the other 49, and it's another first down for Waunakee. His grandfather, Larry Krause, a Packers running back from 1970 to 1974.
I remember him well.
And Wikipedia told me that he had a touchdown on his career. Pro Football Reference didn't have one listed. So I'm not sure who to believe there. Krause throwing deep down the far sideline. Johans falls over, but that is over his head, out of bounds, incomplete. Waunakee trying to take a shot on first down. It is incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the Arrowhead 49 with 3:02 to go in the third quarter, tied 10-10 in this state semifinal.
Well, that's what Arrowhead tried to go deep on their first play of their second drive, incomplete, and ended up punting. So hopefully Waunakee can keep it going here for the Warriors fans.
Dennis, 10:15 to go in Bayport-Muskego. Bayport scores a touchdown. They lead 24-21 in that one. Handoff on second down to Drangsveit, and he's got nothing. He'll lose a yard or two. He'll go they'll mark him back 2 yards, so it's back to the Waunakee 49-yard line. 3rd down and 12, 2:45 and counting in the third quarter. Waunakee trying to take back the lead after they led 10-3 at the half. Krause sprint out to the left, a whistle, and they're going to blow this play dead. It's going to be a false start on Waunakee, backing them up even more.
Behind the chains even further.
And Dennis, it was a 7-0 score at the half of the Grafton Catholic Memorial game. Catholic Memorial now leads 21-7 in the third quarter of that one.
Ouch.
Which just shows what Bill Young and the Crusaders are capable of doing. Yep. Just a machine over there.
Waunakee fans kind of looking at that one too. Scott Rice, Pat Rice, brother, one of the line coaches over there.
3rd and 17 after the false start penalty. Krause goes hard count, steps up towards the line to audible. He's got Johans wide to the left, Kidd slot left, Devontae Bacon, the single receiver at the bottom of the formation. Drangsveit, the running back in the backfield for this 3rd down and 17 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Krause licks his fingers, wipes them off on his thigh, gets the chest-high snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Drangsveit, who gets up to the 48, picks up a couple of yards. And that felt like, hey, if you can break one off here, great. Maybe we go for it on 4th down if it's close enough. Or we just try and win the field position battle, tied 10-10 with 1:40 to go in the third quarter.
Basically just got back 4 of the 5 yards from the penalty. So we got a 4th and 13.
Arrowhead putting 2 returners back again. Borst on the near side, Hyman on the far hash.
We got a fake punt in here maybe?
And Pfeiffer kicks it away, end over end, that bounces, beautiful. And it rolls. And Borst picks it up, slips down inside his own 15. Didn't want to try and let that one roll all the way inside the 5, but then slipped down and is marked down at the 13.
A 38-yard punt to the 14, and then
we've got a flag.
Lost a yard, and we got a flag, yes.
Back at the Arrowhead 49 on this near sideline. So we'll wait to get the signal from the officials. Waunakee not moving either way for where their defense is lining up. As we wait to see what the call is. 1:13 to go in the third quarter of the state semifinal game. Arrowhead and Waunakee tied 10-10. The officials are actually, the ball is back at the 6, so this is a half the distance to the goal penalty, whatever it was. I didn't see a signal from the official. Oh, it was a holding penalty. Yep. So then I'm just blind and didn't notice that he called that.
Just came out.
Okay.
You saw the ref going for the flag. It was distraction. The guy came from the other side.
See. 1:13 to go. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 6 for Arrowhead. Hansen standing at his own 1. With Nettles at the goal line in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right. Nettles, handoff, going up the middle, and he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 on 1st down. Actually give him 4, move him up to the 10. 2nd and 6 coming up inside a minute to go in the third quarter of this state semifinal game. Just a reminder for those of you wondering, both of these teams have played in overtime games. Waunakee playing in 2 of them this year, one back in week 3 and a 1-point win over Monona Grove, and the other one in level 1 when they took down Chippewa Falls. Handoff to Craig on 2nd down. Craig fighting forward, still fighting. No whistle, and now they'll give him forward progress. They'll stop him at the 15. pickup of a few yards. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 2. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Hansen in the gun. 2 receivers to his right. Nettles flanking him to his right. Single receiver to his left. Hansen going hard count, and that does it for 3 quarters of action. We are tied 10-10 heading into the 4th quarter. Arrowhead and Waunakee, a spot in the state championship game on the line. We've got 12 more minutes of action. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
12 minutes to go. A spot in Camp Randall on the line. Arrowhead and Waunakee tied 10-10. Here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. We've got a 3rd down and 2 at the 15 for Arrowhead. Looks like this might be a tush-push situation. As they're going under center, and I can't tell who that is, but it's not Hansen. They'll go triple option, pitching it to Foley. Foley's got running room. He's across the 30, the 40, one man to beat at midfield. Angles back to the left at the 40. Still going, breaks the tackle, stumbling down at the 21-yard line. His first carry of the night, Brendan Foley, the senior linebacker, converts a 3rd and short, and now the Arrowhead Warhawks are at the 22-yard line of Waunakee.
He came in with 10 carries, 23 yards, but 3 touchdowns, so a short yardage guy. Not this time. 64 yards on the ramble.
30 seconds in, and they're going to go back with the triple option, going to a wishbone offense. Under center, a pitch to Nettles to the far side. He's going to stiff arm, and he's inside the 20. So now in at quarterback is Joel Seiner, the 5'10 defensive back. And now they will bring Hansen back out.
Yes.
2nd down and 8 after the Nettles carry of 2. We're inside a minute gone in the 4th quarter. Hansen back at quarterback. 2 receivers to his right, single receiver to the left. Craig gets the carry up the middle. Craig will be inside the 15, close to the 1st down marker at the 13. They're going to mark him a yard short. About a half a yard short. It's a 3rd down and 1 again. Hansen heads to the bench. They'll bring Seiner back out.
And Foley.
A 3rd down and 1. Excuse me, that's actually number 42. I thought that was number 12. Number 42, Alex Hansen, who will be under center. Hansen in the wishbone on a 3rd down and 1. The offense looks over to the sideline. Hansen under center. Foley the fullback. Nettles into motion, pitches the Nettles to the left. Nettles has enough for the 1st down. He's stopped at the 11. So Arrowhead suddenly unlocking something. We expected the passing game to be what really gets the offense moving, but it is this wishbone offense all of a sudden getting things moving for Arrowhead.
They also brought in a defensive lineman, Jake Downing, number 90, was in on that one. Big body, a sophomore, 220-pound sophomore, along with Foley for some blocking, and it worked. They got the first down.
1st and 10 at the 11, 9:30 to go in the game. Arrowhead and Waunakee tied at 10 apiece in the state semifinal game. Nolan Hansen in the gun, handing off to Nettles. Nettles going up the middle. He gets inside the 10, down to the 9, a pickup of 2 on first down. So they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown.
And now Arrowhead, again, clock the enemy for Waunakee. 9 minutes to go. And Arrowhead's going to take as much time as possible here to try to punch this one in.
Nolan Hansen with a 2nd down and 8 in at quarterback again. Alex Hansen was the one running that wishbone offense. Hansen gives to Craig, starts to his left, tries to cut up, and he's got nothing that time. No gain on 2nd down.
And guess who? McCoy Smith at the bottom of the pile.
Dennis, at this point, I don't even feel like I have to look. If there's a tackle and it's at the or near the line of scrimmage, I'm just going to assume McCoy Smith is there for Waunakee. The same way you just expect the Brendan Foley to be there for Arrowhead on those type of plays. 3rd down and 8. 8:14 to go. Nolan Hansen in the gun. 4 receivers set. 2 to each side of the formation. Running back flanking him to his left. Hansen extends his arms out, gets the chest-high step. 3-step drop, looking. Now he's going to scramble
Touchdown.
at the 5. Lowers his shoulder. Touchdown, Arrowhead. 7:58 to go in the game, and the Warhawks retake the lead.
He saw a seam.
There's
there
a
in the
flag,
middle.
though, after the play.
He saw a seam, and it was easy sailing there for him, dove into the end zone, but great call.
Probably going to be a celebration penalty on Arrowhead. It's a 16-10 lead right now for Arrowhead with 7:58 to go in the game.
Well, after that 10-play, 83-yard drive to start, this is a 9-play 94 if it stands.
Yep, and it is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Arrowhead Warhawks. 7:58 to go in the game. Arrowhead retakes the lead.
Big time. They took over 5 minutes off the clock on that one, too. So a very efficient drive. But again, the big one, the 64-yarder with Foley on 3rd and short. Now a big extra point here.
Yep, DeBoer on for the extra point to make this a 7-point lead, and now we've got
whistles.
Some more whistles. And I heard a whistle coming from over to our right. So there was an announcement made here at Mansfield Stadium about no whistles and people would be ejected if there was a whistle.
Usually they don't allow cowbells in either, but we've had a lot of cowbells tonight.
Yeah, so now head coach Matt Harris having a conversation with the officials about this. So a conversation going on with head coach Matt Harris and the officials. And cowbells are one thing, but bringing a whistle into a sporting event where the officials need to blow the whistle is just a ridiculous move by whoever is doing that. Now it looks like at least starting to get things figured out again here with 7:58 to go in the game. Arrowhead scoring the touchdown on a Nolan Hansen scramble to take the 6-point lead. We're still waiting for the extra point here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Also remind you that the Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin has you covered with their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic. Skip the emergency room circus and get expert care from the pros who know sports injuries. Walk in any Saturday from 9 to 11:30 a.m. at their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. And as I was saying that, there was an announcement that there will be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty assessed to Waunakee, as their fans, again, were the ones, we believe, someone there in that area blowing a whistle. So now head coach Chris Graverson of Waunakee having conversations with the officials, and he's pointing over to the side of the stands where the Arrowhead fans are. So a lot of frustration now in this game with so much riding on it. A trip to Camp Randall in the state championship game on the line.
You want to see something like this affect a game too, penalties or because that'll be coming on the kickoff, I'm sure.
And we're finally ready to resume action with 7:58 to go. The extra point is up, and it is wide left. No good. Cam DeBoer, 42 of 46 coming into tonight, and it is no good. Wide left, a 6-point lead. And now the Waunakee Warriors, a touchdown with an extra point, and they can take the lead with 7:58 to go. Some other scores from around the state. Bayport taking the lead 31-28 with 6:20 to go in that game. Homestead and West De Pere are tied up at 28 all in the third quarter in that one. Green Bay Notre Dame going final 42-6 in their game.
We're going to get to see Kingston Allen.
Yes, and Green Bay Notre Dame, for those that don't remember, Christian Collins last year setting all sorts of state records. That's the call you hear in that, what we call a liner, promoting that we will have all 7 state championship games here on the ESPN Wisconsin app, as well as being able to hear the audio side of it on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. We can't have any of the video. We don't have the rights to the video broadcast, but you can still stream the audio on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. So you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button, push that little bell, and then that way then you will be notified every time we go live. We'll start our coverage at 9:30 a.m. on Thursday. We have all of it all the way through then until.
So if you're not dedicated like you and I, that are going to be there for all 7 games.
I will be there
in person.
All 7.
Listen to us.
Exactly.
Follow us.
Or if you have family members who are from the communities that are going to state but they can't make it, aren't able to watch the games on TV, still plenty of ways to listen to the broadcasts. So the kickoff back at the 25 and now taken at the 20. Up to the 30, the 35, and stumbling down. That was number 16, Andrew Musalem, on the return for Waunakee.
All right, this might be the last time Waunakee gets the ball, the way Arrowhead can grind it out. So it's 7:52. You got to take advantage of this. Only the 3rd possession of the second half. First 2 ended up in punts. First was the 3 and out. But now the Warriors got to bring their A game here if they want to stay alive.
The Warriors will start with a 1st and 10 at their own 40, going from right to left. Krause in the gun, running back Drangsveit, flanking him to the right. Quick throw over to the far side. Bacon has it at the 45, diving forward, and they'll say he stepped out of bounds at the 46. Thought that Devontae Bacon was able to dive forward and get that first down, but his toes just went out of bounds at the 47. 2nd down and 3, 46 to go.
Again, a great first down call here.
Yep. Trips to the right for Krause. Krause handing it off to Drangsveit, moving his feet forward. He's going to be close to the first down marker at midfield. We'll have to see where they spot the ball. It looks like they will give him the 50 and the first down.
Yep, it is.
Yep, and that'll be a new set of downs for Waunakee. The Waunakee fans celebrating, the Arrowhead fans upset. 1st and 10 at midfield, 7:30 and counting. Krause's in the gun again, trips to the right again. Drangsveit flanking him to the right again. Low snap, pump fake. Krause will just run with it. He's going to keep it himself. The 45 to 40, drag down inside the 40 at the 37, and it's another first down, Waunakee. But there is a flag back at the 48.
It's like he wanted to throw it, but receiver was covered, decided to tuck it in. Hope it's not a hold for the Warriors.
Now a conversation happening. And it looks like this is actually going to go against Arrowhead. It is, as Waunakee is moving forward.
Face mask.
And it's a face mask penalty, giving Waunakee 15 more yards. So a combination of cheers and boo birds here at Mansfield Stadium with 7:22 to go in the game.
Oh, my God, that is a huge penalty. All the way up to the 23.
It is the 23 now with 7:22 to go in the game. Waunakee with a touchdown and an extra point can take the lead, trailing 16-10 against Arrowhead. Drangsveit a carry up the middle again. And Drangsveit picks up a yard, maybe 2. And we have an injured player down on the field for Arrowhead, so he will be attended to with 7:07 to go in this state semifinal game. Here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. The winner will play the winner of Bayport and Muskego, and Muskego just took the lead with 3:16 to go. They lead 35-31, again with 3:16 to play in that game being played up at J.J. Keller Field at Titan Stadium.
Last team with the ball wins?
It's feeling that way in that game, and honestly, it's kind of feeling that way in this game as well, Dennis. With 7:07 to go, and Arrowhead leading 16-10 on Waunakee.
Well, and this is just a 45-second drive. You think about how far they moved thanks to that face mask penalty. But now you got to be able to punch something in here.
As the Arrowhead coaches and staff attending to the injured player down on the field here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania with 7:07 to go in the game. For more than 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda just off the Beltline in Madison or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
Oof. Coach Harris is out there. It's pretty serious then.
And an injured Arrowhead player after that carry by Drangsveit on first down.
Interestingly enough, here we're in the Final Four. In the first year that we had the new matrix for the Division I, all the way through to determine the 32-team field, Arrowhead was the third-ranked team. Waunakee was fourth coming in. So you think they did a good job with the matrix?
Yeah, I've been really
Muskego
impressed
number
with the,
one,
with
and
the
I think,
playoff
I
matrix.
think Bayport was number 2.
Yes.
In the Final Four teams.
And while the injured players being attended to, I just want to say thank you to all 3,500 of you tuning in on our ESPN Madison YouTube channel for this. If you're fans of high school sports at all, please hit that subscribe button, smash that bell icon. What that does is it gives you a notification every time our ESPN Madison YouTube channel goes live, so you don't miss any of our shows, whether it's the Wilde and Tausch program. Wilde and Tausch, great. The producer of that show is questionable unless Riley Yauch or myself are filling in on it. I will say so myself.
Oh, the hall monitor?
Yeah. No, Jesse does a great job, too, with that show. You can get Jim, Matt, and Molly in the afternoons. Kyle Bruston Nortman, Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. A ton of great content there. You don't want to miss any of it, so hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our content. 7:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Arrowhead leads Waunakee 16-10. We're going to step aside while they attend to this injured player for Arrowhead, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, a special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
7:07 left to go in the fourth quarter of this state semifinal game. Again, the winner plays either Muskego or Bayport at Camp Randall next week. Arrowhead leads Waunakee 16-10 here in the fourth quarter. The injured player for Arrowhead still down on the field. And I do have to apologize to three of our ESPN Madison teammates, Dennis, specifically to Jim Rutledge, Riley Yauk, and Pablo Iglesias, the team that does the Jump Around show every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. That is a Badgers dedicated show. So if you're a Badger fan, tune into that one. They have great interviews. They had Cooper Catalano from Germantown on there. They've had a bunch of other people. Pablo, our video producer, one of the hosts of that show, is mouthing things to me. And I don't think he understands. I can't hear him through the glass to know exactly what it is he is telling me. But you don't want to miss that show every Thursday as well. Got to make sure I get all of our content. They had Jeff Levering on this week, who is going to be on the call for the Badger game against Indiana. So,
yeah, I'll get to watch that.
You're welcome, Pablo.
And that might be one of the few times I don't put the radio on and turn the TV down, because I like Jeff.
Yes, Jeff does such a great job, and they're bringing the card
out.
He
also does basketball, so
yes,
we seem to enjoy that season.
By
the way, coming in to this game, these two teams are great in close games. Waunakee was 2-0 in one-score games, and 4-1 for Arrowhead. I mean, last week they were down 21-0 in the first quarter, so they might not even have been here, but they'd come back. And one other interesting one, we were talking about the kickers in Wozniak. He's a 53-foot shot putter.
Wow.
And the coach said he's got to be the best punting shot putter in the country.
Well, he might be the only punting shot putter in the country, but I'll give it to him. That's still altogether very impressive.
And by the way, his dad was a punter at Wisconsin, if you knew that.
Oh, yeah, interesting. This is one of those spots where,
straight,
yeah.
Hey guys, we got I know when Sean West was really good.
Yes,
and he can pass.
Yeah, he's the best quarterback the Badgers have right now. The best passing quarterback, I should say.
We've always had some good luck with state kickers, so I'd like to see either one of these guys. But for DeBoer, he's had a great year. He's only missed one field goal, but now 5 missed extra points. That one a little bit wide. So now what that does is Waunakee actually could get a field goal here and then get a stop and come back for a field goal to force an overtime. They don't have to. But if you get a touchdown, then you got that extra point. Now you got your 1-point lead.
Yep.
So a lot of things can still happen here with the last 7:07 to go. But I would have thought coming in, I know kickers are important, but when in the first quarter where we had first half, we had a block, we had kickoffs in the end zone, we had a 40-yard. We had 2 punts, 49 and 50. So special teams are important, and coaches work a lot. I think the fans don't realize how much time the teams spend, and a lot of the special team stuff is extra work. You're getting your long snappers in. They're spending the summer. The punters, they can go out. You got a long snapper and a punter and just somebody field punch. You can go out and kick for a half hour, work on your skills.
For those wondering, the stoppage, an injured player for Arrowhead down on the field. They've brought the card out as they are still attending to him. So that's the stoppage right now with 7:07 to go in the fourth quarter. I want to give you an update, Dennis, on another game here.
Okay.
The winner of this game plays the winner of Muskego and Bayport. Bayport had a 22-yard touchdown pass with 48 seconds left, 38-35 Bayport. Game's not over yet, but Bayport taking the lead with just 48 seconds left in that game.
Another one, a kicker might have to have a say that you could get a field goal and go to overtime.
Now, Dennis, for those that maybe don't follow every one of our games, 2 years ago, you and I started the game, a player getting up onto the cart now. That's the round of applause coming from the fans here at Mansfield. Muskego kicked a game-winning field goal against Verona to start off their season 2 years ago. So Muskego has a history of some really good kickers as well, as the Arrowhead player being brought onto the cart to be taken off the field here at Mansfield Stadium, and his teammates coming over to talk to him before he is carted away. And we will be getting back underway here at Mansfield Stadium.
And it was just a 1 yard play, 1 yard, the scrum. Stuff like that happens in there. Might have gotten his leg caught underneath something. Don't know what it is. Don't want to speculate on it. But just hope that if they do make it the state, that he's able to come back. But this is anytime, the players now trying to get the fans to cheer for him.
Yeah, the Arrowhead players trying to get their fan base fired up again after seeing one of their players now being carted off of the field. 7:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Arrowhead leads 16-10 here in this Division I semifinal game. Waunakee had a 10-3 lead going into the locker room. Arrowhead then took the ball down the field on their opening drive, tied the game at 10, and then scored on their last drive after a Nolan Hansen scramble, but then missed the extra point, giving us our 16-10 game. It'll be 2nd down and 9 at the Arrowhead 22-yard line. Now, as we are set to resume action and the Arrowhead fans start to make some noise here at Mansfield. 2nd down and 9 at the 22. Cole Hansen will be in the gun. Johans and Bacon, the two receivers to the right. Drangsvite flanking him to his right. A chin-high snap, play action. Looking, he throws over to Drangsvite on the inside to 10. Touchdown, Waunakee! The Warriors tie the game at 16 with 6:58 to go in the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
And by the way, that is Drangsvite's first touchdown reception of the season, and it's in level 4.
The first touchdown reception of the year for Eli Drangsvite, and he ties the game 16-all.
5-play, 60-yard drive. Now plenty of time on the clock, 6:58 here. We got a lot of football left to play here.
That was a great play design by Waunakee. They've been running that play action, and it's rolling Krause out to the right all game, and then the defense just lost Drangsvite coming out of the backfield. And then the extra point is good. The Waunakee Warriors take the lead back, 16-17. Waunakee now leads the game with 6:58 to go in the fourth quarter here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. So Dennis, plenty of time still left in this game. Waunakee has a 1-point lead. If you're Arrowhead, how do you approach this? Do you try and eat up as much clock as you can to get that touchdown, or do you just run your offense like normal and it's just there's so much game left, you just kind of it is what it is?
Just run your offense, but now you don't have to worry about hurrying up, and you can do what you want to do. Everything's open. Now the key is what happens on the kickoff here. We saw last week what happened with the Homestead in Monona Grove. The kickoff return into Monona Grove territory, and it let a team do pretty much what they wanted down the stretch the last 2 minutes. But here we've got plenty of time, so you want to see, let's put it in the end zone right now. The last time, though, I mean, those last two drives for Arrowhead have been 83 and 94 yards, but you want to make them have to go at least 80 if they're going to put it in the end zone. And also they have a field goal kicker.
Yes.
It goes to 52 yards. So
then they just have to get to the 35.
So what you're looking for from the defense, get a good kickoff here, and the defense get a 3 and out, and then you can control the game.
It's a high end-over-end kickoff that goes 5 yards deep, and it is a touchback. So Arrowhead will have to march 80 yards down the field, which they've shown that they are capable of doing in order to retake the lead with 6:58 to go, trailing 17-16 in this state semifinal. Stoughton Health has been providing trusted care close to home, and they are proud to support student athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today.
That drive for Waunakee was only 54 seconds, 5 plays, 60 yards. Plenty of time here now for Arrow to come back.
Nolan Hansen in the pistol with his toes on his own 15. Hands it off to Nettles to the left side. He is met at the line of scrimmage. Fights forward up to the 24. A gain of 4 on first down.
We saw it last week with Homestead getting a touchdown with 23 seconds to go. Are we going to go right down to the final minute again? What do you think?
Probably with 6:30 and counting to go in this game.
But who's going to be the last man standing?
Hansen in the gun on 2nd and 6 at his own 24. Bobbles the snap for a second. Now he's just going to try and run with it. He's got some room to this near side, and he is brought down from behind by Mac Johnson near the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. So Nolan Hansen able to make something out of nothing. He doesn't run the ball often, as he's only carried the ball 3 times for 16 yards on the season. But it's a 3rd down and 1, and now they'll bring out that power wishbone formation with Alex Hansen in at quarterback.
Talking about players, Mac Johnson, offensive line tight end, making that play on defense now.
3rd down and 1 at their own 29. Alex Hansen under center in the wishbone. Tush push up the middle, and Hansen has enough for the first down. He's across the 30 down to the 31, a fresh set of downs for the Warhawks. And it is final now up in Oshkosh. Bayport advancing to Camp Randall again. 38-35 our final score in that one. 1st and 10 at the 32, 5:25 and counting.
No Classic 8 championship game.
And another high snap, bobbled. Hansen running with it to the near side. He's brought down at the 25. Guess who, Dennis? McCoy Smith.
Yeah, and he had a little bit of help there from 44, Kaya Newman, who's been very big in the playoffs, the middle linebacker.
So a couple of rough plays here for Arrowhead. We had that bobbled exchange that ended up resulting in a couple of yards, and now a bobbled snap is a loss of 7, 2nd and 17 back at their own 25. Hansen will be in the gun, straddling the 20, going from left to right. His right foot forward, hands in front of his chest. Gets the waist-high snap, throws over the middle of the field. He's got Hyman at the 40, the 45, and brought down at the 49. Ryan Hyman with the reception and the big gain, and that's another first down for Arrowhead. That was a throw that Hansen had been missing a couple of times here tonight, and he finally connects over the middle with Ryan Hyman.
23-yard pickup there, another explosive play.
1st and 10 at their own 48. Trips to the right, no receiver to the left. It's a handoff to Nettles, starts over to the right, cuts back up the middle. He's brought down from behind at the Waunakee 46. Pickup of 6 yards on first down. Now down to 4 minutes to go. Waunakee leads 17-16 in this state semifinal. The winner will play Bayport next week at Camp Randall for a Division I championship. 2nd and 4 at the 46, 3:45 to go. Hansen, knee-high snap, picks it up, stretch run to Craig to the right side. Craig has enough for the first down and more, down to the 35. It's Jabari Craig coming in as a change of pace back and give Devin Nettles a little bit of a breather. But Nettles comes back out there. 1st and 10, Arrowhead. It'll be Harper Hughes wide to the left at the top of the formation. Logan Crowley, the slot receiver, to the left. Ryan Hyman, lone receiver at the bottom of the formation to the right as Hansen's in the gun. Nettles to his left. Hansen extends his arms out in front of him, gets the knee-high snap, hands it off to Nettles to the right side, keeps his legs moving as he was met at the line, and he is brought down at the 35. Pickup of just 2 on first down. We're down to 3 minutes to go in the game. Arrowhead has all 3 of their Madison College timeouts, trailing by 1, 17-16.
Nettles, a workhorse tonight. It's 28 carries, over 150 yards rushing now.
Second down and 8 at the 35, 2:45 and counting. Arrowhead down by 1. Hansen with his right foot forward on the 40. Play action, looking to throw, looking, pressure coming, and he's going to be brought down for a sack on the play. A trio of Warriors there on the stop.
And, of course, one of them is?
McCoy Smith, the future Wisconsin Badger.
It looked like 22 was also in on that one, Wyatt Johnson.
Third down and 10. Down to 2:10 to go. Arrowhead trails by 1 in the state semifinal. Looking to go to Camp Randall for the state championship game next week, Friday. Third down, throws to the far side. Got a completion to Crowley at the 30. He's hit out of bounds near the first down marker. They'll mark him out at the 29. We'll have a 4th down and 1, maybe 2 yards, depending on the spot. That was Jake Ubersox on the coverage. 4th down and 2. Offense will stay out there down by 1. We're inside 2 minutes to go. It does stop the clock with 1:54 to go. The Waunakee fans trying to make some noise. Leading by 1, 17-16. 4th down and 2 at the 29, 1:54 to go in the game. We've got a whistle and our first Madison College timeout of the half by the Arrowhead Warhawks. They have 2 remaining with 1:54 to go in this game, and then we have a 4th down and 2 coming up. We're going to keep it right here during this Madison College timeout. Madison College has been around for over 100 years right here in our community. They've grown to 7 campuses all across south central Wisconsin, including 3 in Madison. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. Dennis, if you're the Arrowhead Warhawks and head coach Matt Harris, who are you giving the ball to on this 4th down and 2?
Well, first of all, if they decided to kick a field goal, it would be 46 yards. But now, do you trust your offense that you can pick it up? I'd go back to that formation. They had their power back with Nighty Downing in the backfield along with Brendan Foley. And to see if Foley's coming out. If Foley is out there.
And Foley is out there indeed. 4th down and 2. 1:54 in the game.
And Downing, too, the defensive lineman. So they're
Alex Hansen in at quarterback in the wishbone. 4th down and 2. Pitch to Foley. He cuts up the middle. He'll have enough for the first down. And he is inside the 25 down to the 23. A fresh set of downs. 1:50 now. The clock stops until the chains are set.
Now you're definitely in field goal range for their kicker, a 40-yarder.
He did hit a 40-yarder earlier in the game, the first score of the game. Had a 34-yard field goal blocked, though, and an extra point nearly blocked, and he missed an extra point, did Cam DeBoer. 1st and 10 at the 23 of Waunakee, going from left to right. Nolan Hansen checks back in at quarterback. 2 receivers to his right, single receiver the top of the formation to the left. Play action, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Number 22, Wyatt Johnson, the senior outside linebacker, breaking up that pass.
He was in on that last sack. Now making a play at the line, knocking a ball down.
Stops the clock at 1:22 to go. Arrowhead trailing by 1, 17-16. They had an extra point blocked, and then Waunakee went down the field to score the touchdown to take the lead. 2nd and 10. Hansen in the gun, 4 receivers. Low snap. Craig dancing around in the backfield, and he'll pick up a yard, maybe 2, up to the 21. 3rd down and 8. Clock starts to run. We've got a whistle and now a Waunakee timeout on this 3rd down and 8 with 1:10 to go.
I was going to say, when are you going to start? They got to use timeouts to save some time. They had all 3.
Yep.
And if you're going to kick a field goal, you at least want to have some time to get a play in. But again, great defense right there, stopping Craig. With a Foley. Again, Coach talked about him so much. Now he's impacted the game. 2 big ones, conversion on 4th down and that big run earlier that helped set up their last touchdown.
Yeah, and Brendan Foley normally plays linebacker, now playing wing back in the wishbone formation that they've used in short yardage a few times here tonight. The Defensive Player of the Year the last 2 years in the Classic 8, committed to play football at Army. Right now he's trying to lead his team to Camp Randall. 3rd down and 8 for the Arrowhead Warhawks, trailing by 1, 17-16, 1:13 to go in this Division I semifinal. The winner plays Bayport in the state championship game next Friday night. Hansen in the gun, trips right, single receiver to the left. It's a handoff again to Craig. Craig dancing around, spins at the 16, and he is stopped there. So just picking up a few more yards, another whistle, and another Madison College timeout for Waunakee. Stopping the clock again, that's their 2nd Madison College timeout, 1:05 to go in the game. We'll keep it right here as we'll have a 4th down and 3 from the 16. So, Dennis, 4th and 3, you're down by 1. If you're Arrowhead, feels like you got to kick this field goal.
Kick the field goal, you want the points. Otherwise, you pick up the 1st down. Now you can pretty much assure you're going to try to punch the ball in for the winning touchdown or a chip shot. But
when your kicker is good from 52, I would feel like you just kick this field goal.
33 yards, you'd like to say, and he was trying to center the ball in the field a little bit so he get a straight-on shot. But coaches hate depending on kickers. They just hate it.
And he did have a 34-yard field goal blocked. And Cam DeBoer and the kicking unit come out there to try and take the lead with 1:07 now on the clock. They added an extra 2 seconds. Waunakee has 1 timeout. Arrowhead has 2 Madison College timeouts. But Cam DeBoer, whose season long is a 52-yarder, made one from 40 earlier. And this one for 33 had a 34-yarder blocked earlier. They are set. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 19-17. Arrowhead takes the lead with 1:03 to go. Cam DeBoer hitting the 33-yard field goal, and with 1:03 left and 1 Madison College timeout, the Waunakee Warriors still with some life to try and win this game.
That was a 15-play, 64-yard drive. Took 5 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock. You look at the 3 drives, the 2 touchdowns, and the field goal, Arrowhead, how efficient they were. No penalties in there. They were able to come up with the big field goal. But 63 seconds left. Remember State with DeForest a few years ago. Waunakee lost in the Division II, and DeForest won it in Division III. They haven't been able to do anything the whole game, and they got down and scored. So that's one of our highlights, by the way, the tight end. So plenty of time here for Waunakee.
Waunakee will have Salem and Drangsvite back to return. But, as we've talked a ton about tonight, the punter and kickoff specialist, Evan Wozniak.
He's got to put the ball in the end zone.
Yep. Try and make Waunakee go 80 yards. Don't give them a return. And instead, they will kick it, and it is taken at the 10 by Musalem. Musalem dancing around at the 25, and he is brought down at the 27.
That took time off the clock, but still a few more yards.
So 57 seconds now. Arrowhead leads 19-17. Waunakee does have 1 timeout.
So you're at the 27. You're going to probably have to go about 40 yards to get in field goal range.
Krause will be in the gun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 receiver to the left. Sprint out to the right for Krause. He throws on the run. He's got Bacon. Bacon cuts upfield, dances around at the 45, and he's out of bounds at the 47. And they'll mark him back now. Back to his own 43.
Still got the first down.
Yep, did get the first down and got out of bounds. 50 seconds left.
Pick up a 16 on that one.
First down and 10. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Running back flanking Krause to his right. Chin high snap, another rollout to the right for Krause. Wants to throw, and he is escorted out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Took 4 seconds off the clock and loses 4, 5, maybe 5 yards.
Let's see, he's at 43. They're going to mark it. On the 40, lost the 3.
Back to their own 40 with 46 seconds to go. Again, Waunakee trailing by 2, 19-17. They have 1 Madison College timeout left. The field goal can win it for them and send them back to Camp Randall for the D1 State Championship game. Krause standing in the pocket, throwing over the middle, and it is intercepted. No, they'll say it's incomplete. It bounced off of the turf. So Cole Krause twice tonight thought he threw an interception, but instead it is ruled incomplete.
That was Wozniak, defensive back end, the punter, that almost picked that one off.
3rd down and 13. We're down to 40 seconds left in this Division I state semifinal.
Still got 2 plays at least left.
Waunakee trailing 19-17. Cole Krause puts his mouth guard in with his right hand. Now goes back into the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, single receiver to the right. Play action. Krause heaves one up near the sideline, and it's incomplete over the head of Cooper Johans. 4th down and 13, 35 seconds to go.
Johans had the cornerback beaten, but Wozniak from safety came over on the top side, and the ball sailed out of bounds. Johans couldn't get any closer to it.
The entire season comes down to this for the Waunakee Warriors. With 35 seconds left, it's 4th and 13. Krause in the gun. Play action. He'll throw it behind the line of scrimmage, and it goes through the hands of Devontae Bacon. Incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. With 30 seconds left, it took 10 years, but the Arrowhead Warhawks are headed back to Camp Randall. An incomplete pass.
It's actually, it was behind the line. It'd be a pitch. A lot of bounds, so they would have lost yardage. Would have had a chance. They were looking for a double pass.
Yep.
Or the flip in the pass downfield to try to catch the defense coming up. And unfortunately, it was a tough place for Johans to try to catch it.
That was Bacon.
Bacon 7. That's right, it was Bacon. He's kind of off balance and was off to his left. And that would have been miraculous for him to catch it. And then he probably would have fallen down. He lost his balance. That's a tough play.
The fumble moves it back to the 33-yard line, where Arrowhead will just need to kneel the ball down once, and that will do it for this Division I semifinal game. And Hansen kneels the ball down, and the clock will run out. 19-17. The Arrowhead Warhawks heading back to Camp Randall, their first trip back to Camp Randall since 2015.
They're 12-1, 5 of their 12 wins by touchdown or less. They have the magic. You got to wonder if this is not a Division I state champ, the way they just keep coming back. Being down 21-0 in the first quarter last week against Hamilton.
And, Dennis, we asked head coach Matt Harris about that. This team is 4-1, now 5-1 in one-score games this year. His response was the Barry Alvarez line. They don't flinch. And we saw it tonight. They trailed at the half, didn't flinch, came out, scored a touchdown on their first drive of the half. Then they're down by 1 after they had a blocked extra point, didn't flinch, went down the field, kicked the field goal to win the game, and now the Arrowhead Warhawks will be heading to Camp Randall next Friday to take on the defending Division I state champions, the Bayport Pirates.
5 possessions, well, if you want to count the last one, but the 3 of the first 4 possessions, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's the champion coming back. Down at halftime, they made the adjustments. They were able to get some nice passes, both to Hughes and to Hyman, open up the defense a little bit. And then for we don't know which player went down, had to be carted off the field here. Yep. So for these guys, pretty emotional tonight, losing one of your teammates, and I'm sure they were out there going, let's finish it off for him.
Again, 19-17, our final score here from Mansfield Stadium at Madison Memorial High School. The Arrowhead Warhawks coming away with the victory, and they will be heading to Camp Randall for the state championship game next week here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. That is a game you can hear on the ESPN Wisconsin app, as well as the audio here on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Dennis, this game did not disappoint at all.
Oh, it was great. This is pretty much what we expected. It was going to be right down to the end, kind of a rock fight there for a while. But the kickers, we talked about the superb kicking for both teams great kickers, but the edge I thought coming in was Arrowhead with both their punter and their field goal kicker, punter and kickoff guy, putting the ball in the end zone, making Waunakee have to have long drives. But it comes down to a block and a miss, and you talk about not flinching. DeBoer could have gotten up there and clutched, but Waunakee couldn't call a timeout to try to ice him. Mm-hmm. So he makes it. They at least wanted to have one timeout, which they ended up not using with the turnover on downs. But a phenomenal for Arrowhead and for Coach Harris, his first time taking a team to state. Couldn't have great guy, and finally that monkey's off the back there for years. In Arrowhead, we talked about the University of Arrowhead and Merton and about all these facilities. He says that's a misnomer now compared to that. We haven't been back there in 10 years. It's not. Taraska and Greg Malling were their state champions, 4-2, and now he's going to be able to add his name to the Wall of Fame there at Arrowhead, getting the team. And I like their chances to get against Bayport.
Yep. The Bayport team, they're getting healthy here at the end of the year. They were in a fight, too, with Muskego, so it isn't like there is
both teams getting tested coming down. And now they get a ball, and it's like, okay, hey, this was it's now the icing on the cake. This is the one that all the grit and grime. Waunakee, just a great season for Coach Graverson and the Warriors. And the farthest they've gone in Division I, trying to be the first team to win titles in 3, 2, and 1. This program will be back.
Yes, they absolutely will be. Waunakee, we've seen this program grow, like you said, from being a Division III power, winning a couple of state titles in Division III, and then winning them in Division II as well, trying to get that Division I title. But this Arrowhead Warhawks team is a great team. It is going to be an incredible, incredible game on Friday against the Bayport Pirates, the defending Division I state champions. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will wrap things up, as well as Dennis and I have to name our Pizza Hut player of the game yet. That is going to be a tough one to decide here, Dennis, as the Arrowhead Warhawks win 19-17 over the Waunakee Warriors here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
It's all about the green and gold and nonsense on Kyle, Brust, and Nordman.
We're obviously discussing this Green Bay Packers team and the inconsistencies, and if you believe that it's fixable in the middle of the season.
Hashtag Team Kyle. I saw it on YouTube. Hashtag Team Kyle. I love it.
Kyle, Brust, and Nordman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Hi, it's Jim Rutledge, and if you're like me, you want to look good, feel good, and still enjoy life. That's why I go to Carbon World Health. Whether it's recovery after a long week, boosting energy, or getting your fitness dialed in, Dr. Nestor Rodriguez and his team have you covered. And now, they've got a new med spa in Sun Prairie that has everything you need to look as good as you feel. Carbon World Health isn't just a gym, it's a total wellness experience. Visit carbonworldhealth.com to learn more.
Wisconsin icon.
It's all about the Badgers.
The dawn of the Wisconsin Badgers.
We did it better than everybody for 20-some years.
Joined by two of his football legends.
I like all of them, except for quarterback. I like defensive ends. Hey, I really like defensive ends.
Someone didn't like kickers at one point.
The Barry Alvarez Show with Barry Alvarez, Tarek Sala, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton every Monday night. Right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's all about the green and gold and nonsense on Kyle, Brust, and Nordman.
We're obviously discussing this Green Bay Packers team and the inconsistencies, and if you believe that it's fixable in the middle of the season.
Hashtag Team Kyle. I saw it on YouTube. Hashtag Team Kyle. I love it.
Kyle, Brust, and Nordman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Hear all 7 state championship games on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
Christian Collins, see you later.
Streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
(19-17), the Arrowhead Warhawks heading back to Camp Randall for the Division I State Championship Game. Their first trip back to Camp Randall since 2015. The last time that Arrowhead won a state championship was back in 2013. And Dennis, it's that time of the evening for our post-game show where we have to name our Pizza Hut player of the game.
No one out-pizzas the Hut, and no one outperformed this player tonight. The player of the game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Dennis, normally when we give this award, or for those maybe from Arrowhead or fans of Arrowhead who don't tune in to our Madison area coverage of high school sports, we typically give this award to players like a quarterback or a running back or wide receivers. We've given it to some D linemen. Nick Gallagher got it for Monona Grove in one of our games this year. But instead, we want to do Brad Nortman, our punter here on ESPN Wisconsin, proud. And we're going to give it to both the punter and the kicker for the Arrowhead Warhawks. Cam DeBoer, the kicker, and Evan Wozniak, the punter and kickoff specialist for Arrowhead.
And we have to give Wozniak credit, too. He was also a starting defensive back.
Yes.
He was in the backfield there. So he ended, first of all, Wozniak had 3 kickoffs into the end zone. Then he had a 51 and a 49-yard punt in the first half, 33 and 35. So he ended up with 4 for 42. His season average was 42 coming in. And then for DeBoer, he had a 40-yard field goal to start the scoring, a 33-yard field goal to end it and win it, and then in between he had an extra point. Incredible between those two guys. Who would have thought coaches do not like kickers? And Brad knows that,
yes,
right?
Because there's so much that can ride on one man's foot.
But it's a celebration. As soon as the kicker started running, and it was 45 came sprinting over there. Connor Turney, just like, yeah, to the fans. You could see that. That's got to go viral. Boy, now the Arrowhead fans, some players, streaming out to the field now to give them congratulations. But this is a team that's lived on the edge all year long. 5 wins by a touchdown or less, a game-winning field goal here. Last week, down 21-0 against Hamilton, a team they'd beaten barely the first time they played them, and then come back and do that. And Coach said they don't flinch.
Nope.
Barry'd be proud of this team.
Exactly. This team does not flinch. Again, our Pizza Hut players of the game, Cam DeBoer, who had the game-winning field goal from 33 yards out and a 40-yard field goal this evening, as well as then the punter and kickoff special of Evan Wozniak.
Then we have to give 2 other shout-outs out, okay? What was the run for Foley? 64 yards, besides some great plays on defense. And Nettles, the running back, 26 carries, 151 yards. He was a workhorse tonight for Arrowhead.
Yes.
So, but it came down to they got the lead on a field goal, and they win it on a field goal.
And, again, one of their keys, win the special teams battle. So we give it to the guys that won that special teams battle, Cam DeBoer and Evan Wozniak.
They were 3 for 3. They won the turnover battle, they won the explosive plays battle, and they won the kicking game.
And it's crazy. It's almost like when a coach says, hey, these are the things we need to do to win a game. If you do all of them, you win the game. Yeah, it's crazy how coaches kind of know those things, huh, Dennis?
Oh, and they hate sometimes, oh, geez, it's some of the cliches. We got to do this and that. No, it's important. What does it come down to? It comes down to fundamentals. Penalties. You know, there's some penalties there that might have been able to cost them. But both teams tonight, shout out to. And Waunakee was unbeaten coming into this one. They had just an awesome season.
Dennis, Grafton just walked off in overtime against Catholic Memorial with a touchdown. I needed to interrupt you on that.
What was final?
Final score 34-31. Grafton upsets the Crusaders of Catholic Memorial to win their semifinal.
Didn't I tell you we needed to clone ourselves? How many good games there were? I want to go back to YouTube and try to watch like 4 or 5 of these.
Exactly. That's what I'll be doing Saturday once the Badger game gets out of hand. But again, our Pizza Hut player of the game, Cam DeBoer, the kicker of Arrowhead, and the punter, Evan Wozniak. Pizza Hut delivers a big win every time, the same way that Evan Wozniak and Cam DeBoer delivered a big win for Arrowhead tonight. Just $19.99 for the big dinner box. That's 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed the whole team for one unbeatable price. Head to one of their locations or online at pizzahut.com today. Feed good times. Only at Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania.
Right down the road here, a few blocks away on Mineral Point Road across from West Town. Yes.
Exactly. I can go get myself a gluten-free pizza even.
Nobody out-pizzas the Hut.
Exactly. 19-17 again, our final score. The Arrowhead Warhawks heading back to Camp Randall for the first time in 10 years with a chance to get their first state title in 12 years as they'll take on the defending Division I state champions, the Bayport Pirates. Again, for those of you tuning in a little bit late, if you didn't hear me say it earlier in the broadcast, ESPN Madison will have all 7 state championship games live on the ESPN Wisconsin app for Thursday and Friday of the football championship games. Plus, you can stream the audio on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click that little bell icon for notifications. So when we go live Thursday and Friday for state, you are notified and you are ready to go to get all 7 state championship games. Dennis, we're only 6 days away from state football. I'm so excited.
Excited. One final thing. We have to give a shout-out to a couple of the Waunakee players. First of all, Drank's fight, that pass from Cole Krause, that was a great call for the Warriors to give them the brief 17-16 lead. And then, again, McCoy Smith coming through in the clutch. And you could see on both teams tonight had players who were playing on both sides. When you get to D1, D2, most of these teams are 2 platoon. Mm-hmm. But your best players you got to have out there, the playmakers. Big-time players make big plays in big games. And we saw that tonight. Smith had a big one for Krause and Drangsvite on that pass. And the kickers. And then Brendan Foley was everything that Coach Harris told us about.
Exactly.
He made plays. We were calling his name. Like you said, it was either McCoy Smith for Waunakee or it was Foley. It seemed to be just, if you're not sure, throw their number out because they're probably in the bottom of the pile, and they were.
And it's one of those things, if you don't follow high school sports, guys that are going to be playing Division I sports, whether it's football, it's baseball, it's basketball, they stand out so much against all of the other players, even if it's a D1 player compared to a D1 or a D3 player. And that's what we saw from Foley and McCoy Smith. Foley going on to play at Army next year, and McCoy Smith for Waunakee will be going on to be a preferred walk-on for the Wisconsin Badgers next season. Again, thank you to everyone who tuned in this evening to the state semifinal game. You can hear Dennis and I, along with the head coach of the Verona Wildcats, Andrew Riley, on the call for Arrowhead and Bayport on Friday night for that coverage. Stay tuned to all of our social media to get updates on those state football games as well. But again, the Arrowhead Warhawks winning 19-17 over the Waunakee Warriors here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. And Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from, whether you are looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck. Their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Dennis, we've got state next week. We had a great game here this evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, and we've got one more game left for the UNI this season.
But we got 7 more to be a part of next weekend. Oh, wow. This was everything. We waited a full week for this, and it was worth it.
And it absolutely delivered.
Christmas comes early.
It absolutely does. Thank you to our audio producer, Owen Dimfel, back at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios for getting us on the air and hopefully helping us sound good. Thank you to Pablo Iglesias, our video producer, down below, as he hopefully made things look good for all of you on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. 19-17, Arrowhead advances to the state championship game next Friday night, where they will play the Bayport Pirates. This has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. For the Dean, Dennis Semrau, I'm Hunter Vaughn. Have a great night. This has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar